Hi. Welcome back to Athena wiping her brow. Why do I always
get the weird ones?
I know. I just had to read that one. Because we were just talking about how I read all the ones. I'll do my best. Emily has to do a lot of the lines here.
I don't really mind when it happens. It's just like
yeah.
it's just funny to razz about.
Yeah, well, it's like a personal growth thing for me. So
growth?
Yeah, it's like I have to personally grow as a person.
That
was a tumor. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Pardon me, witness. But last time, we met the clown lady, but this isn't the clown lady. As much as I enjoy your banter, I believe we had better return to the case at hand. I suppose you're right in that case. I was promoted to Fuda Sume today, yesterday, and received the stage name of Wendo. This show was our way of celebrating my new name in middle rank standing. And then that happened. Huh. I kind of want to kiss him.
There are a lot of people in the community who also feel that way, as evidenced by what happens when I click the Ace Attorney tag on Tumblr.
Yes. Not the clown lady. The clown lady's a little... She's getting around
there are also a lot of people who want to kiss the clown lady.
Oh, yes. That can be for everyone else. Not me. I never dreamed something like that happened, not in a million years. Just as I got my chance to start repaying my debt to Shisho, too. Yeah, plus I'm worried about Gyaru. The way she clung to Shisho, poor thing. I told her to keep a stiff upper lip. Stiff like rigor mortis. Keep telling those lame jokes and Shisho will come to scold you from the grave. I wouldn't mind getting yelled at, you know, if it meant seeing him again.
Wendo, please, as charming as your various characters are, this isn't a Rakugo stage.
I should be doing various character voices for him, shouldn't I?
Let us hear your testimony now, witness.
This is one of those characters where you go like, wow, this would be really good with some voice acting, but...
Tell the court about the evidence left at the scene, the proof of the accused's guilt. While I go change my pants.
Did you do it again?
Yes.
Shisho's dying message. I noticed Shisho's dying message right away. Stiff cars are right next to him, and the stiff you see. Hey now, enough with the silly puns already. Anyway, I got the meaning right away. I knew it must have been talking about Bucky. That was the Master's final message, left as he was drowning in soba broth. It's so like Shisho not to write Bucky's name outright. Plain and simple wasn't his style. I guess that's how they demonstrate that he's doing different voices. Just all the poses. Well, that was certainly a more entertaining testimony than usual. The variety of characters performed by the witness were absolutely splendid.
But he shouldn't be performing any characters in the first place, Your Honor. And, Wendo, the murder weapon hasn't been determined yet. So how can you say the victim was drowned in soba broth?
It's obvious. All you have to do is look at the crime scene. He was found with his face shoved into a bowl. It's only natural to assume he was drowned in the broth from the noodles.
Except we're not here to assume things, Wendo, so please just stick to the facts.
My. It's so like a soba chef to kill someone this way, wouldn't you say? And with the Karuka message he left behind, it's clear Bucky Wet did it. Setting aside the issue of the murder weapon for now, a dying message certainly does seem to be irrefutable evidence.
In what world? Indeed. It proves the absolute guilt of the accused.
You know what's one thing I could totally do if I was being drowned in a bowl of liquid? Write out the name of the person doing it.
It's also remember, this isn't Bucky Wet written out. This is Karuta cards that, like, translates to the name of his, like, occupation. It's like... So stupid.
Proves that absolute guilt.
Absolute guilt. Even I've got to admit that I can't see how that message could mean anything else.
Did everyone just take a stupid jar today?
I mean,
Bucky used soba for the deed, all to get that soba shop deed.
Blackwell's just standing there like, is this seriously? No, yeah, no, this is happening.
I love how he has like 8 cushions underneath of him so he can be sitting at the
Yeah.
fucking desk.
This testimony makes Mr. Wet look super guilty. I have to do something.
That's his conclusive evidence. What a farce.
What do you mean, Simon?
What's this? I thought you said you weren't planning on asking me for help.
I did, and I won't. Thank you very much. Simon must have found an inconsistency in the testimony. I'd better listen carefully and try to see what he found. That probably means press.
Press. Simon said he found an inconsistency without pressing, though, so...
Oh, I guess that's true.
Mm-hmm. It's been a while since I've seen this evidence, so I might take another peek through it. Is there no broth?
It does. No, I think it's spilled out onto the cards there.
That's... Oh, that is broth. Okay. It's not blood.
This is why Danganronpa makes the blood pink.
I guess. It's not many things that look like pink. There's going to be a case where there's just a bunch of yogurt
nothing was
spilled
found
on.
in his lungs.
Ah, well, there you go. Hey, now. Enough of the silly puns already, hee hee.
I think that's. I haven't checked on the walkthrough yet, but I'm pretty sure that that's gotta be it.
Well, when you think about it, it's just broth?
But if you drowned, right?
And nothing was found. Oh, yeah, I guess water would be found in his lungs. Okay. Fair enough. Easy enough. Bang.
There's a contradiction in Innuendo's testimony.
There's an innuendo in his testimony? Would you care to
That
explain,
too,
Miss Sykes?
probably. Remember this? Certainly, Your Honor. According to the autopsy report, nothing unusual was found in the victim's lungs. Everyone else in this world has a fucking flip phone.
Nayuta is just like, what the fuck is she doing? Is she a witch? Oh, yes, it does say that, doesn't it?
If he had drowned in a bowl of soba, then there should have been soba broth in his lungs. But since there wasn't any, it means the victim was suffocated with something other than soba broth.
This song is a little too intense for this.
Yeah. Me after eating cereal.
What? You just like,
This is
you're just
contradict-
eating a cereal. You don't even need something surprising. You just go like,
Yeah. Isn't it, Simon?
not bad at all.
I guess I showed you.
This is just the let's pick up Athena's morale, the trial.
Yeah.
I'm for it. Hype
Yeah.
squad. But if drowning in sober broth wasn't the cause of death, then what was the victim's face thrust into that bowl? Why was that?
When was?
When was that?
Taifu Tornado's face was thrust into the bowl.
After the murder.
Because no soba broth was discovered in the victim's lungs, his head must have been placed into the bowl after he was killed. And that's when the soba broth must have been spilled onto the Karuta cards. In other words, the victim could not have lined up the cards as he was drowning.
I see. So it's done after he'd already died. But why would the culprit do such a thing?
I'm afraid I don't know. Thank you, Matt Mercer.
It is I, Matthew Merker.
You boast of psychological expertise, yet you cannot determine such a simple motive. My sides are liable to split at the absurdity.
Has he ever laughed?
No, not even in my childhood. Then again, Apollo wasn't very funny.
My
What, and I
father always
suppose
kept
you know
pouring
why?
bleach into my eyeballs.
Of course, desecrating the body in that manner indicates a strong sense of enmity on the part of the perpetrator.
Yes, it does make sense. It certainly paints a clear picture of the culprit's intense feelings towards the victim.
Feelings of resentment over the theft of the soba shop's deed, no doubt. That's great. Now the judge has an even more unfavorable impression of Bucky.
Silence! Must you come undone at every juncture? The culprit had time enough to set up Master Tenado's body. You think they would have honestly failed to notice the dying message?
Good point. The cards were right in front of his body, after all. Rationally speaking, there's no way the culprit could have missed that, huh? Ah, but was the accused rational at the time, given the way he stormed out of that room?
I love these back and forths.
Never mind that. I have something more important to ask Uendo.
Me?
You saw the Karuta cards firsthand, did you not? Would you care to tell us about them in a bit more detail? These tiny crime scene photos were precious little of what I wish to know.
Well, those cards are from Shisho's special soba scenes of Tokyo Past set. Each card is related in some way to soba.
Spare me the history lesson. Just tell us how the cards looked at the scene and no more.
Well, there was soba broth spilled over them.
There's not much help, I'm afraid. Prosecutor Samadi, do you have a photo that shows the cards more clearly?
What the fuck? You're not asking the defense to show it? What is this,
do.
kangaroo court?
Please accept this meager offering, Your Honor. Oh, that's my Del Taco order again. I guess it does say Wet. It's like his last name. That's a little more, like, potentially believable.
I guess. But like...
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Oh my, what delightful looking cards.
Well.
Tearing Prosecutor Samadi's sad monk concludes our own.
Nope.
Its part should be a breeze with this.
He didn't say Sunmati.
I said sad monk, didn't I?
I guess he said both.
Oh, did I say Prosecutor Sadmati sad monk?
I think so. It's funny that I was clowning on you and Zuper for giving him a stupid, like, different name than his actual name.
But Blackwell does
Blackwell
it himself.
does it.
Yeah,
so...
you know, we were just cosplaying the best prosecutor in the fifth game.
Exactly.
Actually, no, Edgeworth appears, god damn it.
Huh?
Don't tell me you haven't noticed.
Don't be silly. Of course I have. Not noticed anything, but I can't exactly say that now, can I? Have you noticed?
Do you know where your kids are?
Miss Sykes, do you really see a problem with the prosecution's claim about these cards?
Oh, just a moment. The E is not an E, but a... It's been a little bit.
It is a problem within the picture, not like it doesn't contradict other evidence.
Oh, that's weird. Notice how it's covering some of the cards, but in other of the cards it looks like it's not covered. It looks like it's been wiped off. Like in NO.
Yeah.
Those placed later.
I mean, it is pretty weird, right?
Yeah, it's pretty weird. Okay.
Well, go on then.
Alright. It's do or die. Except not really, because we're in Japanifornia. All I have to do is study the picture, and
Couldn't be me.
these cards.
1 and 2? Would it be a contradiction? They were rearranged and they contain a contradiction.
I mean, if it's both, pick the more specific one, I think.
Fair enough.
These cards were rearranged.
But how can you tell?
Please take a good look at these cards, Your Honor. The answer is right in front of us.
Where exactly should we be looking, Miss Sykes?
The soba broth stains.
Please focus your attention on the soba broth stains on these cards. The outline of the stains don't match up with the larger stain on the table.
Oh, would you look at that? You're absolutely right. And?
Please recall that the soba broth was spilled and got on the cards after the murder, when the victim's face was placed in the bowl.
Yes, go on.
By the stains, we can see that the culprit deliberately rearranged the cards after that. In other words, this message was altered in order to pin the crime on my client.
What? Well then, if we put the cards back in their original positions...
We can restore the evidence and see who the cards are really pointing toward.
Well, that's true.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's do this. All I have to do is rearrange the cards so that the stains match up.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Let's see, where
really
was this
not about
W card originally?
So the
Other
top
than on the
stains.
shelves of the Team Cherry developing studio. Perfect. Okay, the H card is next. Let's see, where was that H card originally?
You
Yes,
got it!
now the E card. Where's the E card originally? Original E. Perfect match. Next up is the T card.
It's gonna spell absolutely nothing.
Let's see, where was this T card originally?
Oops.
The stains don't match, but we place the card there. How can you not see that? Are these ridiculous bangs obscuring your vision?
Hey, you don't have to be so rude about it. Ugh, whatever. I'll try again.
This doesn't take away points for clicking wrong.
Great. That fits right in there. Now the N card. Let's see. Where was
Athena
this N
has
card
her N
originally?
card. Well, that would be right there.
There. That looks good. Now O. Let's see. Where was this O card originally?
Right there. That was friendly.
My internet blipped for a sec.
Nice.
Nice. Almost done now. The last card is 4. Let's see. Where was this 4 card originally?
Owen
Probably in the-
fourth.
1 reigning position.
Bonk.
So the message wet no 4 was originally supposed to say Owen 4th. And this original message is our clue to the identity of the true culprit.
What? That indignant look on Prosecutor Sadmonk's face is positively priceless.
This is absurd.
Why hasn't anyone threatened to kill her yet? It wasn't wet number 4. Maybe the lawyer's smarter than we thought.
Order in the court. Well, I never would have imagined that there was more to these cards than meets the eye. Transformers. Easiest joke. So now that that's settled, what does the 0 and 4th mean?
Wait, am I...
What else do you suppose it's what? Oh my god. Who else do you suppose is to provide an explanation? Of course it's you.
But I hadn't thought that far yet. Change the cards around all you'd like, but if you cannot explain what the message means, and it is as worthless as you are, defense, I mean, it doesn't implicate your client anymore, but somebody ought to go to prison, shall they?
Damn you, justice system.
And so the spring chick that fancies itself a graceful swan is brought back down to earth. I have to do something, but what?
Still your thoughts for a second. There's a perfectly good witness to question over there.
Oh, right. It's a good idea.
I forgot they fucking existed.
Come on, Athena. Get a hold of yourself. Wendo, does the phrase Owen Fourth mean anything to you?
No, there's no one named Owen in the Tonito family, or in our circle of friends. Go ahead, ask anyone you like.
You can't be serious. Having rummaged through your empty mind, I see you have, as expected, turned up nothing.
I'm afraid I have no idea who the devil this Owen Fourth is either. But the fact remains that the cards were rearranged to pin the blame on Mr. Wet. That in itself proves that the defendant isn't the real culprit.
Amen!
Prosecutor Blackwell is right. Besides, the important question here is not who does the message point to, but rather, who rearranged the cards.
Why didn't you point that out earlier if you already knew?
Sorry. In any case, there were two opportunities for someone to rearrange the cards. The first was when Mr. Wet entered the dressing room, and the second was when Uendo discovered the body.
Are you accusing me of rearranging the cards? Me, who came to testify out of the goodness of my heart?
Well, you didn't exactly come running out screaming straight away, did you? Even a mere 2 or 3 minutes is more than enough time to get up some devilry. So what exactly were you doing in there, Wendo? Put down the tea and spit out your answer.
Mr. Prosecutor, what's a guy supposed to do at a time like this?
Silence is more precious than diamonds, witness. Therefore, you need only stay silent. The defense is devious. They are waiting for you to make a slip of the tongue.
Oh, I see. So that's what they're after, is it? In that case, Your Honor, I've decided not to say another word.
Very good. After all, your right to remain silent is protected by law in this country. Well, Prosecutor Blackwell, any other brilliant ideas you'd like to share?
Here, that Sykes don't know. A Rakugo artist who's afraid to speak. Who's ever heard of such a thing?
Are you trying to taunt him into talking? Such a petty trick will never work.
That's right. I'm not going to fall for it.
I'm only asking to hear your story. Besides, is it not your job to tell your tales if there's an audience to listen?
Even so, I have the right to refuse your answer.
The more you keep quiet, the more we want you to talk. That's simply human nature. Isn't that right, people of the gallery?
Cool, you're taking advantage of the kangaroo court.
That's... I mean, play along. Children of the Fly shit.
Even with this wonderful audience in front of you, you still refuse to talk? If so, then perhaps you chose the wrong line of work, my friend.
Are you saying I should quit? Because I'm not afraid to speak my mind, I'll have you know. Oh no, never mind what I just said. It is scary to talk, it's absolutely terrifying.
But no, as a Rakugo artist, I must talk. If I don't, how could I ever show my face on stage again?
Your Honor,
I'm ready to testify.
no, you're just like, fucking god damn it.
He did it. He managed to convince Uendo with his power of suggestion technique.
Bully for you, Endo. That's a real Rakugo artist should be. Alright, well that was weird. If the witnesses wish to testify, then by all means please do.
To be turned by such an obvious ploy. What a man of weak spirit. God, so hot.
Yes.
What was that? Nothing.
I thought you and the science chick were in.
No.
I don't know her name either.
After my performance, I went to visit Shisha.
She just like comes and starts spraying everyone with luminol. I called to him from outside the room, but he didn't reply. When I entered the dressing room, I saw Shiho slumped over the table, motionless.
From what I can tell, there do not appear to be any inconsistencies in the testimony.
Of course there aren't any.
Because I'm not trying to hide anything.
Prosecutor Sanmari's right. I don't see anything inconsistent either. But I did pick up on some faint discord in Uendo's heart. Ponder all you would like, defense, but it is pointless. Your Honor, I believe there is no need for further deliberation. I disagree, Your Honor. I detected discord in the voice of the witness's heart. That's great, what the fuck does that mean?
He's a Discord moderator. Kill him.
Death penalty! That's a clear indication that Uendo is facing some sort of inner turmoil.
Oh, this shit again. Oh, God.
Lie detectors definitely aren't pseudoscience.
No, you're saying what I think you're saying, Miss Sykes.
Yes, Your Honor. The defense would like to conduct a quick therapy session on this witness.
Nayuta's just like, we don't do therapy. It's banned.
Uendo, there is no need for you to submit to this so-called therapy.
It's fine by me. I have nothing to hide. Bring it on.
Impetuous fool! Why will you not listen to the guidance of this humble servant of the Holy Mother?
Well, if the witness wishes to proceed, I see no problem, prosecutor.
God fucking damn it. In one ear and out the other. It really is funny how you go from Phoenix cases where he is just like top shit and everyone sucks his cock to over here where everyone just fucking bullies the crap out of him. It's really funny.
Seems this performer has no need for your so-called guidance, prosecutor Sadmonk.
I'm going to stop doing long distance calls.
Just know this, Uendo. Your folly will surely earn you divine retribution. Thanks, Simon. I'm gonna make the most of this opportunity you created for me.
Just keep your wits about you.
I will. Uendo, could you tell us again about what happened in the dressing room? But yeah, that's part of why I really like Nahida, because of the fact that like it kind of shows how fucking like the contrast between Japanifornia and Korean. Right?
Yeah. I will say, this has already happened because they didn't say, hey, you want to do a recap? So Athena had already done this in 2.
That's true.
Oh, that was a little bit of a weird framing nonsense.
I didn't really notice any unexpected emotions in that testimony.
It isn't always a question of the presence of an emotional response, but the absence.
You know, you're right. Not always the emotions I do see. Sometimes it's a matter of what I don't, but would expect to see. I better carefully compare Uendo's statements to his emotions again.
Ah, he wasn't surprised. Where the hell is the surprise at? Oh, wrong button.
Uendo, I'm noticing something strange with these emotions.
Something strange with cheesy toast skin, you say?
I really want to know what the original line was.
I really don't want to know what he's talking about, though.
I mean, he's just doing a... It's a pun on that, right?
Yeah.
No, something strange with these emotions. How could you have heard something stranger with cheesy toast skin? -2.
I don't know. Maybe it's me who's got some cheese in my ears. One of my pillows went away.
Can you will the floor to open up and swallow his cushions out of shame for that bad joke? I guess I said -2 pillows. The point I'm trying to make is that I noticed something unexpected in your emotions. Now stop hiding and come out where we can see you.
Bailiff! Please bring the witness a few replacement cushions. Bailiff, what the fuck?
So what's that unexpected thing you noticed?
Oh, come on. His honor said a few cushions, not a few dozen.
Sorry.
Now that we've all had a good laugh, please continue, Miss Sykes.
Who's laughing? Ugh, focus, Athena. Don't let yourself get rattled. When you entered the room and saw your master slumped motionless over the table, you weren't the least bit shocked, Duendo. Don't you think that's a little odd?
Is it, though?
The lack of surprise means you were prepared for what you saw. I think I know why. The reason Duendo wasn't shaken when he saw his master's dead body is because...
He knew about his master's debts. He has an entertainer's guts. He was zonked out.
Duendo, I think maybe the reason you weren't shaken was because you already knew you would find your master dead.
What kind of a thing is that to say? You've got it all wrong. Oh, right. I just remembered something. I thought Chiho was sleeping when I first saw him.
You thought he was sleeping? It sounds plausible, but... What made you think he was asleep?
Well, he had his head up and arms on the table as if he were taking a nap. Oh, and one other thing. There was that note, too.
A note? What note? He must be talking about this. It appears to have been written by the victim. Allow me to read it.
Ah, yes. We can't see it, so read it for us.
Resting. Do not disturb.
One more time, please.
Resting. Do not disturb.
Alright, now do it in a funny voice.
Die.
Yes, that's the note I saw. After reading that, who would think she was napping?
That's a pretty reasonable assumption.
You've got to be kidding me.
That's right. I saw this note, so that's why I thought Chiho was asleep. I want to change my testimony to include that statement.
Alright, I'll run an update.
I opened the door, I thought it was sleeping. Why was he angry?
That is weird, right?
That's an odd emotion to have there.
Duendo, I noticed something funny in your emotions again, and I don't mean your bad jokes.
Funny, you say? I guess an entertainer of my caliber can make people laugh even with my emotions.
I didn't mean that kind of funny, quite the opposite, actually. When you entered the dressing room, I see that you suddenly felt anger. What I want to know is what made you feel angry all of a sudden.
What? Well, let's see. Oh yeah, now I remember. As I was going in, I whacked my little piggy on something. I was annoyed at my own clumsiness.
Wait, you mean you stubbed your pinky toe?
Just a little bump on my little piggy. No big deal. It's embarrassing, really.
Sounds more like he's hiding something. I'd better dig a bit deeper. No need to be embarrassed, Duendo, but I'm afraid it's something we do need to look into. I don't really see anything you could have stubbed your toe on in the area around the dressing room door in this picture. But maybe there was something there at the time. Duendo, what exactly did you stub your toe on? What an irrelevant question. You dishonor the soul of the victim with these unnecessary delays.
You tell her, really, who doesn't stub their toe every once in a while? You really gotta fuss over every small detail like this? Annalette trips over nothing 9 times out of the day. It's true.
Well, the thing is, That's like 9 times out of 100. So she still trips a lot. Even the most subtle of fluctuations in a person's psyche can clue us into the truth. That's why it's important to get to the bottom of this question.
They just put down like a bunch of pillow cushions everywhere, so if she like feels like she's going to fall, she can like fall into them and not hurt herself.
Plus, if I back down now, who knows what new insult Simon will hurl my way. That's a healthy way to look at it. There's really no trace left of what a window stubbed his toe on by the door. What in the world might have been there then, but it's not there now?
Oh, this shit, I guess.
No, but by the door, which is kind of the bottom left corner.
The bottle? The soba? Bowl? No.
I will say that you do not need your evidence to find the sign of what it was and point it out.
I think it's the pot, because the pot's not covered in the dust. Well, no, it's kind of covered in the dust. The TV's not covered in the dust, but that's not nearby.
Well, nothing's nearby, so something had to be moved.
The person?
We don't know where he died, but that also means we don't know that he was by the door.
The bottle? No, it wouldn't have mattered. He would have seen the body. Like, he wouldn't have, like, stepped on it. Come on. I think it's the pot. But I don't know what that proves. The sake bottle?
No. I can give you a hint if you'd like.
Sure.
You were on the right track when you were talking about the dust.
Oh, look at the TV. Look at that, actually. Okay.
Please take a good look at this photo of the crime scene. Do you see it?
Yeah.
This long track that goes from the door all the way across the room?
Now that you mention it, I do seem traces of him getting dragged.
And the drag mark ends... there, the TV. This implies that somebody got Persona 4, that the TV was originally by the door. I'm convinced that this TV is the object the witness stubbed his toe on. Well, window, how about it?
Yeah, you're right. It was a TV.
There, the noise level dropped again.
Yeah, I stubbed my pinky toe on the TV. But what of it? Why is this so important to you?
So the noise went down, but it hasn't completely disappeared yet, which means he's still hiding something. Okay, then let's try this tactic instead. The window, why was the TV moved there?
Shisho must have moved it so he could watch my routine. But what a place to put it, right in the middle of the doorway like that. I didn't want to bump into it again, so I put it back where it belonged and plugged it into the wall socket. So you tampered with the crime scene. Yeah, well...
performances on stage can be viewed in the dressing room using that TV?
That's right. It's a closed-circuit monitor that shows the stage.
Golly.
I see. Now what? I can't find anything else out of place. And I still haven't gotten the noise level down to 0 yet. Simon, I'm still getting noise here, but I don't see anything else fishy.
This is precisely why amateurs are such a bother.
Sorry.
I'm in no mood to play nursemaid here, but that's what it takes to save the soba shop. Hey, Wendell. Here's a curiosity for you. This table Master Tornado's slumped looked like it was moved. Did you actually bump into it while you were moving the TV back?
Oh my, yes, you're right. The TV hit the table and Shisho's body moved a jolt. That's when I first realized that Shisho was dead. Oh, but how scared I was.
I see. Thank you. We're finally getting a more precise picture of how the body was discovered. But I wager you need to put the spurs to Wendo just a trifle longer.
But right. I can't keep asking Simon to bail me out like this. It's time for me to regain my footing and really stand on my own. Wendo, what you said just now about discovering your master's death, could you please describe all that again for the court in detail? You know, no bother.
Boy, this is repetitive. All right. Welcome to court.
Before you do, let me just plug in the latest information.
Mm-hmm. I want to see him slamming his foot into the television.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. His surprise increased, but his sadness didn't.
I think that might be it. I don't know which one you would present.
Probably the sadness. He's sniffling, oh, Shisho, but his sadness didn't increase.
That's true. Nope.
When there's something here.
Something here just doesn't match.
Fuck. Match. I see. Match is in. Managed to assert a thoughtful, calculated hypothesis. In other words, you are something here that didn't match, correct?
It appears you've met your match.
No worries. That was just one match. There's still the rest of the game to go. Oh, you don't lose health for that.
Yeah. Outside of the main game, they don't make you lose points for, this shit. They also don't make you lose points for, Apollo's shit since the 4th game. Okay, I guess it's just the big surprise.
That's odd. After the initial shock of finding the victim dead, you reacted with surprise again. What was it that surprised you, Wendo, besides your master's death?
What do you mean?
What's more, you were even more surprised the second time than the first. What could have surprised you more than finding your late master?
Okay, that's fair enough. Search me. The little thing you must have made a mistake.
Silence. Girls are sharp as a trout, to be sure. But their ability to hear people's emotions is absolute. Now get to remembering it, Wendo. What was it that surprised you?
That was a compliment, right?
Well,
No, we've pushed him too hard and now he's mentally all over the place. Emotions are completely out of control.
Out of control. Care to explain how that's relevant?
You know how normally I listen for the hidden emotions in a witness's voice, right? From there, I look for inconsistencies between their testimony and those emotions. But sometimes a person's feelings can run too high, making it hard to get proper readings.
Yeah, remember that shit with your detective from the last game?
Yeah, remember that guy?
Remember his emotions going absolutely bullshit?
And then they revealed that he had no emotions. That was weird.
So that's how your metrics program works. Fascinating.
Ordinarily, it's just one emotion that runs out of control. But it seems there's nothing ordinary about this time.
I. He's angry. He's sad. Okay.
I knew it.
It's got your knickers all in a bunch now.
The window has multiple emotions running out of control at the same time. I've never seen anything like this, ever.
So how does one bring a situation like this back under control?
I'll have to find the root cause of this tangled mess before I can treat him.
Could it be DID? He's a Rokugo artist, so that's what it must be.
If I can identify what is causing this emotional rampage, then I can touch probe L to dive in further, W. I need to point to what I can think is the root cause and touch probe X
So
again.
probing is an L, but diving further is a W.
Through this process, I can identify exactly what's causing the window so much distress.
And that will help bring his emotions back under control. In that case, let's get started, shall we?
Alright, I can't guarantee success, but it's definitely worth a shot.
Objection. I'm here. I exist. Hi, Nayuda. Shut up.
Time to look for the root cause of the window's rampaging emotions.
It's so funny how these trials just run away from him.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. All the stuff in the second half is perfectly normal. Sad here, angry, surprised. Actually, the surprise is a little weird. But it's like, once you get here, then it's like all over the fucking place. He didn't reply, so he's crying. Here he's just pissed off.
The thing is you have to figure out what exactly is causing it.
Right.
I think that usually there's just one emotion the whole time. So I think it's less about the emotions and more about just what you think is causing this.
Yeah. I think it's the cards.
Give it a shot.
You saw the cards.
I get it now. The cards were the root of it all. Don't try to deny it. You can't hide your feelings from me. The dying message that was left at the scene of the crime is what was causing your distress. And if the dying message was the cause of all those feelings, then that means the phrase Owen Forth must mean something to you.
Bye-bye.
There, noise level 0, finally. The dying message consists of 2 words, Owen and Forth. But neither of these 2 words have anything to do with this witness.
Is this last name Owen?
That would be funny, but no. This topic warrants no further arguments. Sure, there may not seem to be any direct connection between Uendo and the message. For now. But why don't you wait and decide what's necessary after you hear my theory?
I trust you've hit upon something, Athena.
Yep, if my theory is right, we You can finally solve the case of Uendo and the mysterious Owen Forth.
Well, go on then. I can already tell this promises to be interesting. Now please share your theory with the court, Miss Sykes.
There was something puzzling to me about Uendo's out-of-control emotions just now. Namely, that there were 3 distinct reactions present. I had never seen that before, and I wondered how it could be possible. Is there a conclusion to this meandering musing of yours? Hold your horses, I'm getting there. So, could a person flip between 3 distinct emotions of such intensity like a switch? In the end, I concluded that it just wasn't possible.
So that's it, is it? Bit unconventional, but I grant that it's possible within the realm of psychology. Within the realm of psychology? I'm afraid you'll have to explain it for the old man up here on the bench.
Your Honor, my theory is that Uendo
Is a robot.
Last game,
Has supernatural powers.
Otherworld.
Has multiple personalities.
cancelled.
Every single game, I swear to God.
Now, so before I start voice acting, I don't remember if this game handles this well. What I do know is that a lot of people with DID like Uendo, whether that's a reclamatory thing or that they or if it's like, no, he's, like they talk about Uendo well in the game. I don't know, but I know that there are a lot of people with DID on Tumblr who are like, I love Uendo, I would die for Uendo.
Uendo's fine.
Anyways.
I have no problem with him.
With so many distinct personas, it's clear to me that Uendo is dissociative identity disorder. At least we didn't use the slur like Danganronpa 1.
Danganronpa 1. What they say? They say like fucking Jesus.
I mean, don't repeat it. But
Then Aaron's like, is that a slur? Danganronpa 1 has a lot of fucking problems.
sure does.
Like, the whole series does, but Danganronpa 1 especially went into some
Yeah.
places that were not okay.
That's the thing. That's kind of why, like, it kind of makes it easier to play 2 and 3, because it's like, anytime something that is bad, it's like, okay, but we're still not, like...
This is
Completely-
post-Monokuma voice actor saying, trans rights! So,
That's also true, yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
Your Honor, the defense would treat this trial as a child's jest. Multiple personality disorder. A preposterous proposition indeed. Would you not agree, witness?
How did she know? How'd she figure it out?
Wow, I cannot get a single W over here. This is really making me question if I'm actually a good fucking prosecutor. Can't believe it. I did it. I did it, Simon.
I outed someone with their medical.
Yeah.
Wow, really impressed, Athena.
I've read papers on it before, but to think I'd see a case of it for myself.
Blimey, Rakugo artists tell stories as different characters, but as different personalities.
Hey, you, lawyer girl. You've got a problem with us, huh?
No problem at all.
This is all very hard to believe. But now that we've established that the witness has multiple personalities, could each of them please introduce themselves to this court?
Uendo Tonido. I'm a Rakugo storyteller, as you know. Hello, everyone. Patches, the friendly jester here. Kisagawa, courtesan.
And is that all of you?
Yes, that's all of us.
So there are 3 personalities in total. Uendo, Patches, and Kisagawa, huh?
Good, they didn't do like the whole, I have 20 different personalities approach.
Well, Simon, what do you think now?
That's your one lucky duck. Just be glad they were dense enough to help you out.
Ugh, can you just straight up and say I did great for a change?
No, I cannot straight up. Tell me one character in this game that can straight up. Nayuda? No.
He just shakes his head, like, silently looking at the witness.
The judge. I have a wife. There you go.
You appear to be quite proud of yourself, defense. But all you have done is infringe upon the privacy of the witness. I couldn't disagree more, prosecutor. I mean, honestly, rare to hide a W. Now that we know there are 3 personalities, a new way for us to interpret the meaning of a certain piece of evidence has arisen. A new interpretation.
Oh, no, I'm very curious. What is this piece of evidence you're talking about, Miss Sykes?
Knowing what we know about Uendo and his personalities, this now makes perfect sense.
It is... I think it was that.
Mm-mm.
Not that. No.
It's one of those ones where it's not really a contradiction or anything, it's just kind of like, oh, I guess so. So let me know if you want to know it.
My badge. It doesn't have anything to do with this, right? Because this is just saying window. And Garu is the other
Yeah,
guy.
it's not this.
Is it this?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Because, like, suddenly Owen Fourth means something else, kind of. The Karuta cards.
That's right, Your Honor. Recall the original dying message left at the scene. We didn't have a clue as to what Owen Forth could have possibly meant. But now, with this new information about Uendo and his personalities, isn't it possible that Owen Forth actually means a secret fourth personality of Uendo's? A personality named Owen?
Okay. What?
Bukunka! Uendo must have kept his dissociative identity disorder from us because he didn't want to be associated in any way with that dying message.
Thank goodness the master specifically denoted one of the personalities and not probably whoever he is on his birth certificate. Which I'm assuming is a window.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not why. We kept our disorder a secret for a different reason altogether.
We've been taking advantage of our afflictions to act out various Rakugo characters. Word of this got out, well,
The reputation as a Rakugo artist would have been tarnished as well as would the Tonaido name. You know what I like about this, by the way? You can very clearly tell the different personalities, and also, like, they're all, like, unique and cool and, like, their own characters. Unlike that stupid bullshit from Pokemon Reborn, where they were 3 fucking Magnemites shoved together to make Swagnazone.
Yeah.
It's like, and when learning later, it's like, oh, it's actually 3 people. That's kind of nifty, but you can never fucking tell. Because they're not different names. They're just one letter.
Yeah.
What was her name? It was like Zess?
Zell. I think it was Zell.
It was Zune, my favorite Toho girl.
Yeah.
That's why we kept it a secret from everyone except members at the Tonaido school. But really, there is no 4th personality. It's just the 3 of us sitting here. A plausible enough sounding story. But it doesn't prove you didn't rearrange the card, does it? But...
I will concede that it is highly likely that the witness rearranged the cards.
Prosecutor
Prosecutor Sanmari actually agreeing with us? However, is it not also possible that the accused killed Master Tonido?
With a gun.
And then left that message in order to frame the witness? Ugh. And upon noticing the cards when he found the victim's body, Uendo rearranged them.
A fantastic tale, but a tale nonetheless. No one outside the Tonido school knew about Uendo's multiple personalities. Uendo just finished saying so himself.
Ah, that is a true but ultimately meaningless point. The witness was only in the dressing room for 2 to 3 minutes. That's far too little time to commit murder, wouldn't you say? Then who's to say he couldn't have done it before his discovery?
What if the clown girl also has DID?
Ah, that spring chick memory of yours.
And she has 4 personalities. And our 4th one is Owen.
Have you already forgotten Prosecutor Blackwill's testimony?
Allie's playing Picross Touch.
Simon's testimony... Oh.
Garo escorted me to the dressing room. When we heard the sound of Rakugo being performed within. Thinking the master was rehearsing, we decided to wait in the hall until it was done. Bang.
That's right. Until just a few moments before Uendo entered the dressing room. Taifu Tornado was confirmed to still be alive. No, or non, is what she said. Not only that, but Uendo was on stage until just before he discovered the body. A bulletproof alibi that I have already confirmed with several audience members. Oh no. I also heard that his Rakugo performance that day was a steaming pile of... Well, you get the picture.
Yes, I'm afraid so. Really stunk up the stage, I did. And yet I have a perfect alibi.
Indeed. Why not land the coup de grace on the defense by describing your alibi, witness?
Okie dokie, Smokey. I was on stage until just moments before I went to the dressing room.
The entire audience was my witness.
But my performance was a huge bust. Not a single soul laughed.
I'll never be able to live down how terribly I bombed during that very important show.
I think that's the 4th personality right there. I think he's letting it slip. It's not like a very dynamic one. It's whenever he gets like sad and he looks downward.
Uendo was on stage before he found the body, so he could not have committed this crime. It is time to let it all go, defense, and move on. Well, get this, Prosecutor Sunmati. The Wright Anything Agency never gives up. We fight to the bitter end. Allow me to say this once more. Let it go and move on. And allow me to say once more, I'm never giving up.
The Wright Law Agency. Oh my god.
Let it go and never. This is pointless.
Bang.
You should have taken advantage of this opportunity while you could, you foolish child. Your worthless convictions only serve to prolong the accused's suffering. Words will not sway you, then perhaps pain will.
Zamadi, we're gonna have to take you out of court if you start hurting the,
Oh no, anything with this.
I can't. Is this assault? I feel like she just did that herself. Did she like duck her head into it? How the fuck did you do that? Oh no, he's hunging.
What's the big idea, Prosecutor Sunmati? That's like illegal and shit. That was but a small dose of punishment for your misguided convictions.
Jesus fucking Christ, you're kinky. Get that shit out of the court.
Ever. Are you now a bit more inclined to give up, as instructed?
I'm not gonna give it to someone who orders from fucking Del Taco.
As if. In that case, you must require another dose.
Okay.
Not bloody likely.
Ugh.
I don't give two flips about your beliefs. I hope he sends his fucking, like, hawk after him. But if Sykes don't know where to submit to you here, I won't be able to eat good soba anymore.
That's right.
That's right. For Mr. Wett's future and Prosecutor Blackwill's stomach, I will never give up. You will rue those words, defense. Of that I can assure you.
Did you, like,
Eat
go...
cereal.
Did he go to, like, the dollar store today and bought, like, a 1,000 pack of bead chains for $5? Where the fuck is he getting all these beads? How kinky can a man be?
Bit of both. You want to see? I'm still here, by the way.
I was on stage until just moments before I went into the dressing room.
The entire audience is my witness.
Lawrence's huge bust, not a single soul left. I'll never be able to live down how terribly I bombed during that very important show.
Excuse me for asking, but do you bomb like that on a regular basis?
Well, aren't you a regular rude daisy? Do you really think a Rakugo artist who regularly bombs would get promoted? In fact, I'm known at the Tornado School's whirlwindo of laughter. I'll have you know.
Is that really true, Simon?
Nickname is a bit of a travesty, if you ask me. But his Rakugo is solid and well received, yes.
I see. But yeah, Whirlwindo of Laughter is a big ol' stink bomb of a name, isn't it? Whew, what a relief. I thought it was just me.
Okay, alright.
It's like that SpongeBob meme where it's like the fish looking at the toilet and like, oh, isn't that nice? I mean, Whirlwindo of Laughter is great. Funny stuff, +2.
I'm glad you like it.
The audience is his witness. Window has a pretty unshakable alibi, doesn't he?
You're not giving up, are you? Or as I never to say die, spirit you displayed earlier.
Of course I'm not giving up, Simon. I just know Window has something to do with this case.
But how will you connect him to the crime where he has an alibi as strong as that?
I don't know just yet. But I'm gonna press his testimony and keep an eye out for contradictions. Do you have any idea what went wrong?
I'm not sure if it was my performance or if it was just that particular audience. Or maybe it was the story I picked. But every entertainer knows that this kind of thing happens from time to time.
I guess that makes sense. Well, I wonder how he could have flopped at his own commemorative show. Maybe I should dig into things a bit more.
What'd you perform?
Could you tell me which Rakugo story you performed?
I could, but I'm not sure it would mean anything to the uninitiated.
Well, even if I might not get it, can't you at least try me?
Alright, if you insist. The story I performed is called Toki Soba, otherwise known as Time Soba.
Time Soba, huh? Maybe Window's right. He's only said the name of the routine and I'm already lost. Ah, so you performed Time Soba, did you? What? You know it, Prosecutor Sadmati? In the course of my studies last night, I became familiar with a number of stories. I must say, defense, you would do well to prepare better for your next trial. Ugh. Simon, what's Time Soba about?
Look it up yourself.
Allow me to give an overview. The story takes place on a winter's night. A man orders a bowl of soba at a street stall. How you doing, sir? What can I get for ya? I see you've got seaweed-topped hanamaki soba and mixed toppings soba. I'll have a bowl of shipoku, my good man. It sure is cold tonight, isn't it? But there's nothing like a hot bowl of noodles and soup to warm the soul. Ya know it, sir. One shipoku coming right up. So how's business? Not so great, sir. Is that so? Well, that's great, because things can only get better from here, right?
Well, prosecutor.
The customer talks on and on like this. Finally, when he is done eating, he goes to pay for his soba. So how much do I owe you? That'll be 16 mon, sir. I see. Sorry, but I only have small change on me. I'll count the coins into your palm, so could you hold out your hand for me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, what time is it? It's 9, sir. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Thanks, and bye.
Very well done, Prosecutor Salmani. That was excellent. What was the joke?
Huh? I don't get it. What was so funny about that?
Don't you see? The customer paid with coins, counting them out one by one. Then, just after counting 8, he asked about the time. The soba vendor answered with 9.
Oh, now I get it. He made the vendor say 9, and then he continued counting from 10.
Yeah.
Wow, that's like kind of a little bit funny-ish.
Exactly. He cheated the soba vendor out of 1 mon with his smooth talking. Story continues with another man who saw the whole thing and tries to do the same. But he bungles the trick and ends up paying more than 60 mon for his soba. Story ends on that as the punchline. You can look at the rest of the details yourself. Well, I'm sure our prosecutor Sadmonk over there would love to perform it for you after court.
Basically, it's a story about a man cheating on his soba bill. That's kind of petty, isn't it? Is that really all you have to say about this classic story? Time soba is such a well-known staple of Rakugo that the skill of the artist is critical in.
Fine, so you studied a lot, shut up. I haven't the time for a lecture detour right now, Prosecutor Sadmonk. Oh, I wanted to hear a little more. But I do suppose it's off topic. Getting back to the matter at hand, Miss Sykes-Dono, the witness stated that the story performed is called Takisoba, otherwise known as Time Soba. Would you like to add this statement to his testimony?
Should I have that statement added to the testimony?
Did he fuck it up somehow? That was so long. Sure.
You know, honestly, I would listen to Nahida info dump.
Yeah. He probably info dumps, like, while he's sitting in bed with, what's her name?
Emma?
God, Emma. Yeah, just Emma. She's
Yes,
like,
Your Honor, I'd like to have it added.
like, please stop. God. Like, fine, what do you want to talk about? I don't know, you want to talk about luminol? God, stop! Okay. Ah, well, there you go. That's weird.
Yeah, that
This is
is
supposed to be Master Tonido. What the fuck is this?
Wendo, isn't there something odd about the routine you performed?
Odd? No, I don't think there's anything odd about it.
But that's exactly what I find odd. The fact that you don't think it's odd. We are discussing the witness's alibi at the moment, defense. The show's program is completely irrelevant.
Bang.
That's where you're wrong, Prosecutor Sanmati. The reason being it contradicts the statement the witness just made. Wendo, do you know what this is?
No, what is it?
This is an invitation to the show sent from Master Tornado to Prosecutor Blackquill. Included in the invitation is a rundown of the show's program, which clearly states that Time Sobo is to be performed by Master Tornado himself.
I just had a really great idea.
Yeah, what's up?
There should be like a theme park thing, or like a show you can do, like in different areas, where you do like a Phoenix Wright trial, like your family and friends.
Oh, that would be really fun.
They just have like tables that you can slam in order to make loud noises.
It's kind of like, I mean, they do like murder mystery games, right? Where like it's like a fake murder happens.
Yeah, the train mystery stuff.
Yeah,
That
like
exists.
but it'd be interesting to do like have something like that, but it's like the
courtroom.
court case. Yeah. No. Wendo, why did you perform the routine your master was scheduled to do?
Well, you see, the reason for that is... How do I say this? You see, let's say it was a prank? That's right, it was just a little joke, you see. I was trying to surprise Shisho by performing his routine before he did.
I don't know if I buy that. Was doing the victim's routine really just for laughs, or... Hey, didn't Simon happen to hear Time Soba coming from the dressing room? During Wendo's performance on stage? Seems like too much of a coincidence. Wait, can it be?
What's the matter? You look like a hen with a dozen eggs to lay.
What is with everyone calling me to? Yeah, stop comparing me to birds.
No. And Cease's bird brain timidity.
That's not a word.
Something has occurred to you, then lay it out for us already. Don't breed resentment to those watching your performance.
Okay. Christ. I don't have a ton of confidence in this theory, but here goes.
Don't use the name of my lord in vain.
Blackwell, you're Christian?
I'm Catholic.
Hard Catholic.
He just pulls out like a giant cross. What the fuck, Blackwell?
It looks like Uendo's alibi checks out, Your Honor, but even though he was on stage at the time, he may have been trying to obfuscate a crucial detail about this case.
Are you referring to the Soba Bill the man tried to skimp on the witness's story?
I'm not talking about the Rococo story, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry, please don't kill me. But then what are you talking about, Miss Sykes?
Yeah, no promises. What Uendo may have been trying to deceive us about was...
The time. No.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes. Yes!
Uendo tried to deceive us about the time of the victim's death.
What?
Fine.
What gibberish. Prosecutor Blackwell even testified to the time of the victim's death. I know. He's a stupid poo-poo idiot. But he only testified that way because he and Geiru had been completely taken in.
You mean, by the Soba Bill thing?
Would you please forget about the story for a second, Your Honor?
I was deceived.
Pray tell, how did Uendo manage to deceive two people while he was performing on stage? That's easy. All he had to do was use a certain prop in the dressing room.
No. Then what might that be?
The prop Uendo used was...
The televisor.
This TV was used to view what was happening on the stage. Prosecutor Blackwell, when you came to the dressing room, what was Uendo doing?
He was performing time soba. Blast, could it be?
Yes, it could and it was. What you and Geiru heard was not Master Tornado practicing his routine. It was Uendo's performance as heard through his TV monitor speakers.
What?
With the TV just inside the inner door of the dressing room, it could easily be heard from the hallway outside.
Because we knew that Master Tornado was scheduled to perform time soba. They were easily manipulated into thinking he was still alive at the time rehearsing.
Yes, your knowledge of the day's program is why the two of you could be fooled this way. Simon, did the voice you hear belong to Master Tornado?
The door's in the way. I couldn't tell exactly whose voice it belonged to. Because I heard time soba, I just assumed it was Master Tornado. I can't believe I was taken in by such a simple mind game.
All of that is an internet blip.
All of that is mere conjecture. Where is your proof, defense?
My proof is I made it the fuck up.
Uendo moved the TV back when he discovered the body. After all, he couldn't very well leave it by the door. Because then someone might figure out the trick he'd been playing. And there's one more thing about Uendo's actions that's suspicious.
And that is?
The fact that he flopped so badly at such an important occasion.
Who's so suspicious about that? Even bros slip up once in a while, you know.
But I believe that this time it was intentional. He was sandbagging, because Uendo knew it would be strange to hear laughter coming from the dressing room.
Oh my.
Yay!
It's all just a bit too perfect to be sheer coincidence. Plus, if the voice Prosecutor Blackwell and Geiru heard was due to Uendo's scheming, then the victim's time of death could have been earlier than 4 p.m. In other words, Uendo could have killed Master Tornado himself.
And it was stuffed inside the refrigerator to preserve.
It's in the refrigerator.
Got you by the stones now, Uendo. So you better confess everything. Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself?
We demand an explanation.
A window.
I confess, I tampered with the scene. But he didn't commit the murder. It was a
Is it
co-op.
the defense's claim that a window tornado is the true murderer in this case? If he tampered with the crime scene, then we have to at least consider him a suspect.
Now wait just one moment. Yes, I admit to messing with the dressing room, but I didn't kill Shisho.
Then why did you tamper with the crime scene?
I refuse to answer that question.
What? If you suspect this witness, then I have a question for you. What could it be this time? Window had absolutely no reason to murder Taifu Tornado. After all, why would a Window kill the man who recognized his skills and promoted him? Oh, well, his motive was, I can't think of a single thing. It appears you are also not aware of one other fact. And that is?
You gay.
I was very aware of that. That the accused visited the dressing room before 4 p.m. as well. Is it not natural, then, to suppose that the accused killed the victim at that time? Nobody told me Mr. Wet had also gone there before 4 p.m. We were only discussing the time frame after 4 p.m., so I didn't think to mention it. But now that you have made the time period before 4 p.m. relevant... Uh-oh, I don't like where this is going. So you really do not know what your client was doing during that time frame, do you? Well, it was all very sudden, and,
Am I going to get called a bird again? Yes.
Yes.
Why did you wait until the very last second to contact me, Simon?
Don't you give me that look. Just so you know, Bucky never told me he'd visit the master before 4 p.m. either.
Yeah, this sort of thing is exactly why that prosecutor keeps calling us unprepared. And me a chicken.
The defense will stop squabbling this instant like a pheasant.
Fuck. Sorry, Your Honor.
Prosecutor Sadmati, please continue. You were definitely not a poultry.
Thank you, Your Honor. Defense. You know of the soba-making implements in the dressing room, correct? Is he talking about the equipment for making soba noodles?
You speak of the large bowl that is used to mix buckwheat flour and water. The wrong rolling pin and the special knife that's used to cut the dough into noodles.
Precisely. These tools all came from the accused soba shop. You mean they didn't belong to Master Tornado? Mr. Wet had visited the dressing room to give the victim a soba-making lesson. And that visit was before 4 p.m. I'm afraid that after the accused kneaded the dough and made those noodles, he committed the act of murder. But wait, that doesn't add up! If Mr. Wet killed the victim before 4 p.m., why would he return to that room at a later time?
Yo, he's got a chilled soba 680 skateboard. What's soba? You can't Kabul when it comes to noodles. Oh my. Hi, Miss Chickadee. Hey, Simon. The reason I went back is because Master tonight ordered to cook noodles.
Mr. Wet?
Hells. Yesterday I bought noodle making tools in the dressing room around 2 p.m. That's horrible when Master Tonight ordered uncooked soba noodles to stock up on.
Uncooked noodles to stock up on.
That's bad. Master Tonight kept the supply of soba noodles from my shop in his fridge.
Oh my god, this guy's older than me. Holy shit, it's fucked up.
How old is this guy actually? Well, I was shopping left, so I went back to my shop to get some more.
Yeah, he's 20. Athena's still like 19 or something.
Oh god. 34. Holy shit. Well, she is part of Rule 34 culture now, I guess, so.
Yeah.
Very fitting. 28? Oh, that's a pretty good age.
What's Nahida's?
25.
Ah. One serving of noodles in the fridge, but I thought the fridge was practically empty. Oh. Anyway, the whereabouts of the missing noodles isn't all that important now.
Ran into me in Gairu when you came back to deliver the uncooked soba, correct? Yeah, sure, that's horrible, right, Simon? I made time out of a busy day to deliver him the noodles. Woohoo! And you know what? He ignored me when I called him for the other doorway. He was just mumbling rockable lines for ages. So I got mad and went back to my soba shop.
Ah, so that's why you got mad. If what he's saying is true, then there's no way he could be the murderer.
I stress I'm telling the truth, Miss Chick. Bailiff, quick, get the man to the infirmary. He's skating. He's rolling around at the speed of sound.
No places to go, gotta follow my way now.
I always read that as no place to go, gotta follow my rainbow.
Same here.
Well, I dare say he's quite the handful.
Also, I think I misspoke. I think it's got places to go. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Your Honor, please accept the statements Mr. Wet made just now into evidence. I believe the accused's statement about going to the room around 2 p.m. is true. For it falls within the victim's estimated time of death. We didn't, check that earlier.
Now, who's unprepared? That opens up the possibility the crime was committed between 2 and 4. That's some critical info.
Yes, Your Honor. But other than that one point, Mr. Wet's statements are dubious and without proof. They devolve Porygon 2 into Porygon Z. But they are the words of the defendant himself! Simon, back me up here!
He has a point. But the prosecutor won't accept them either. I understand the judge's feelings on the matter. Court's unable to accept anything other than the time the defendant made his visit.
Now what do I do? I trust you have no further objections, defense. At
Why
last,
do you trust
time
that?
has come to send the soul of the victim onward to the Twilight Realms.
What are you yammering on about, Prosecutor Sadmonk? Still has something we need to ask Gwendo about.
We do? Like what?
Well, don't just stand there.
But we don't have any evidence left to present.
Have you forgotten already? Isn't there a hidden witness you have yet to question?
A hidden witness? The 16th student hidden somewhere in the school. Oh, that's right. Your Honor, there's still one more issue we haven't finished discussing yet. Watch
No.
out for her.
And what is that bit of unfinished business?
We haven't finished discussing this issue related to Endo.
What is that awful, no good, terrible, end of the world, the worst thing that's ever happened thing that happened?
Despair!
Yeah, it's ON, by the way.
We still have to discuss the possibility of a fourth personality, the one named Owen.
From the hit television show Total Drama Island. Are you suggesting that this fourth personality of Gwendo might be the true culprit? Jeez, not that again. I told you we don't know anything about this Owen.
Look, Uendo, I know you don't have any motive to kill your master, but this Owen may have one for all we know.
Come clean now, Uendo. You've got another personality stashed away, haven't you?
Please tell us everything you know about Owen. That's enough. The witness has already stated that he knows not of any Owen character.
Bravo, you tell him, Mr. Prosecutor.
Hey, Patches. You claim you don't know Owen when you really do. That's tantamount to perjury. If you want to exercise your right to remain silent, however, well, that's a different story.
Do not listen to the depraved prosecutor witness. You'll be tainted with his evil.
Do you have any idea how dark and cold a prison cell is?
I exercise my right to remain silent.
What's this now? Changing horses in midstream, are you?
Just shut up. I'll remain silent and that's it. Patches, you fool, you stay out of this.
Patches is not the brightest bulb in the box you call a noggin, is he? In fact, he switched from I don't know and Owen to I will remain silent. It's proof that he does know about Owen.
There it is again. Simon's formidable psychological manipulation tactic. Are we the bad guys? I'm sure glad he's on my side today. You dirty, despicable, depraved prosecutor. You were leading the witness.
Well, I thought prosecutors were the clean ones.
You're
Shit.
not. You're dirtier than my pants. Witness, there was no need for you to submit yourself to the defense's questioning.
Dude, have you considered diapers? Like adult diapers, they exist.
Get your fetish out of this court.
No, I mean seriously, you keep shitting your pants. Like, it's probably because you keep eating Del Taco and shit like that. Get like a real diet, dude.
Your Honor, the window is definitely hiding something.
Fine, I admit it. I also have DID. Del Taco is delicious.
It's not fun.
Please allow me to question this witness about the existence of Owen.
I suppose this witness can confirm or deny the existence of Owen for us.
Maybe it's like the fourth Spider-Man's Uncle Owen.
The fourth Spider-Man.
Very well, I will allow the defense to proceed.
You know, there's Peter Parker, Miles Morales, Gwen Stacy, and, there's probably another.
Yeah. I mean,
Conka.
there's the, what's her name? The girl? She's, Penny? Yeah, Penny. Penny Parker.
Oh, sure.
And there's the dog, the dog Parker. And then there's, I'm sure there's another one. There's Spider Pig.
Uh-huh.
I've never met any personality named Owen. Patches was just blurting out nonsense in a panic. We're always aware, so we definitely notice if a personality like that showed up. How dare you treat me like a criminal based on mere conjecture? I'm guessing that there is an Owen, but Owen didn't do it. Owen rearranged the crime scene because someone else arranged the crime scene to make it look like they were the one who did it and spilled soba noodles on it.
Wow, how am I supposed to deal with the testimony of 3 personalities?
Unless you can prove the existence of Owen here, it's all over. You best screw your courage to the sticking place and attack their testimony head on.
Alright, I will. Just stop piling the pressure on me.
Pressure.
I have to draw out some info. Anything to drag Owen out into the open.
Hey, Athena. I'm a legendary that was invented before Gen 4.
No!
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
because every
Legendary
single one of them has pressure.
Oh, gotcha.
They didn't think that having a new ability would be cool. Just give all of them pressure. It's very lame. They should go back and actually give them some personals
Yeah,
and
I agree.
abilities. Okay.
But what if, for some reason, you 3 were unconscious at the time of the incident? If the 3 of you weren't alert and aware, what would happen?
What would happen? I'm not even sure what you mean.
I mean, you three share the same memories, right? But what if Owen is different? What if he has memories separate from yours? Maybe Owen emerges when the three of you are unaware or unconscious.
Also a thing that happens.
Instead of speaking as if this fourth personality is a foregone conclusion, I suggest you prove his existence first. Well, we've already seen 3 personalities. A fourth wouldn't be a stretch. That's not evidence, dumbass. Word. You dishonor the victim and this court by jumping to such conclusions without proof. You ever heard these old sayings, Prosecutor Sanmari? What happens twice will happen thrice. If you see one, there are likely 30 in your home.
God, I hate that. Fuck Ansel.
I'm basing my theory on such premises.
Comparing us to cockroaches. Do we bug you that much, girly?
But how do you intend to prove it? How will you prove that all 3 personalities became unconscious, as you say? Unless you can do that, all of this talk is merely empty speculation. Well,
Don't be so timid. If you don't have it, then find it. Look for something that could render Wendo and the others unconscious.
Simon's right. I can't back down now. For my client, Mr. Wet, I have to. Wait, Mr. Wet?
That'd be rest. Maybe if I were a lump of regular flour dough for oolong noodles.
Well, I'm fresh like my soba, and you don't let soba dough rest. It's all about the 3 freshes. Grind the buckwheat seeds fresh, cut down the dough fresh, and boil the noodles fresh. He's blacked out. Like me, I'm Blackwell.
Now I get it. Mr. Wet, falling unconscious. Wait a minute, I've got it. I think I've got it.
Miss Sykes, do you have proof to back up your theory?
No.
No! Yes, Your Honor, I do. The proof is right here on this crime photo.
It is? In that case, please point out what supports your theory.
This, most likely, is what caused Uendo to lose consciousness.
Bing.
This is probably what made Uendo lose consciousness.
Ah yes, the sake. Isn't it just like Master Schneider to pick a fine brand named Camel?
Sake? Oh, you mean rice wine.
Oh, please, don't call it rice wine. That's so unsophisticated, and it's not even wine. Silly girl.
I must agree. You need to become more cultured, Athena.
Tomato, tomato. It's made of rice and people get drunk from drinking it, right?
It's called sake. End of story.
It's like the most weeb shit ever.
Uh-huh. Fine, sake it is then. Ay, caramba, everybody's so touchy about these things.
I recall Master Schneider would often have a drink or two before performing. He said it made him more eloquent. Drinking too much of the stuff can make you lose consciousness, though, of course.
And look, there were 2 glasses on the table. Uendo, I believe your master offered you some sake. And then you must have drank too much and passed out. That's when your 4th personality, Owen, emerged.
I drank sake. Oh, that's a good one. We have a real sweet tooth, you see, so yes, we did accept this sugary red bean bun, but since we really dislike sake, we said no, thank you to that. I love sake! Believe it or not, we're really weak when it comes to booze. Even a tiny drop can knock us right out. So you see, I had a sweet margarine bun, and I didn't drink any sake.
But that can't be right. The defense demands that the glasses be examined right away. You amateur, did you really think I had not already done so? Your foolishness is beyond the pale. Don't tell me there was no trace of the witness having touched either of the glasses, naturally. Right, of course.
Miss Sykes, would you like the witness's statement added to the testimony anyway? I'm willing to play along.
Yes, please, Your Honor.
God, don't look so desperate about it. I'll add it, I suppose, if you beg.
What the fuck?
Yeah, fine, I'll have it.
So if you had even a tiny sip of sake, you'd conk right out, huh? That's why you didn't touch the glass that Master Tornado offered, correct?
Yes, that's right.
And maybe you ate something that had sake in it as an ingredient.
I don't recall doing anything like that.
He doesn't recall doing it. That doesn't necessarily mean he didn't, he just might not have known that he did. I better take another good look at the evidence.
So he didn't drink any sake, huh?
Oh boy, now we're in trouble.
Kind of answer is exactly why Sadmonk keeps insulting you. Now use your head. There are countless ways a Wendo could have gotten sake in his mouth besides drinking it.
Well, I don't know about the countless part, but...
But nothing. Give it some thought and you'll figure something out.
The witness must have had something that contained sake. Is there anything in the court records that hints at something like that?
Those things, I guess? Oh, like on the plate?
Looks like that's the bun that he talked about eating.
Looks like there's some sake pouring into it. The room is covered in soba flour. 2 drink cans in the fridge. When it was to do his soba glutton routine. So he ate soba, and the soba could have had sake in it.
Well, he didn't do the routine, though. He did time
Yeah.
soba instead.
Could
I
have
don't
been
think
preparing for it.
I don't know if you actually... They would have said if you eat for the
Yeah.
routine.
I'm gonna just say it's this. It's not this.
Knock knock, who's there? There's evidence in that statement. There's evidence in that statement who? They contradict each other, that's who.
That's not even the proper call and response for a knock-knock joke.
And what's more, her claim does not even make any logical sense.
Your performance merits neither applause nor leniency, defense.
Everyone's a critic.
Cut me some slack.
You're on the right track, though. Even though that's not the evidence to present.
Dumplings?
Nope. It's different from the buns.
I guess he did rearrange the cards, so maybe he somehow got a drop in his mouth.
But that's not sake. That's
Soba.
yeah, soba
Broth.
broth. Also, presumably he would have rearranged the cards after.
Yeah.
I can give you a hint that doesn't really give it away, I don't think, which is that there are 2 pieces of evidence that have something in common.
I guess Taifu's note having the camel on it. Oh, was that ripped off the bottle? Because it was called Camel? So... something else have the camel on it?
Check the picture.
It's so hard to see.
I mean, the label's torn off. So. I guess
in
that's
the first
it.
picture, but
Yeah. I actually didn't see it in the first picture. Where is it at?
it's on the bottle and on the box of buns.
Is it?
Yeah, bottom right.
Is there a camel? Oh, is that camel? Oh, so they have literally... They have sake in them.
They're the same. I mean, they're labeled the same thing.
Those barely look like camels, but I guess I see it.
Objection!
Fair enough.
This shows what most likely made Uendo lose consciousness. That note. Are you feeling lightheaded, child, or perhaps a bit peckish?
Because you're a bird, you have a beak, peckish, haha.
I'm not hungry, and my head feels just fine, thank you very much. Look at the paper this note is written on. Isn't there something familiar about it? What exactly is your point, Defense?
This faint design here reminds me of the paper from...
Yep, it's a piece of the wrapping paper on the box of manju buns by the victim on the floor. Uendo, you may not have drunk any sake, but you did eat a sweet red bean bun, right?
Well, yes, that's right.
I don't know if you were aware of it or not, Uendo, but I believe the manju you ate caused you to fall unconscious.
The bean bun? But how?
Because those buns contained a secret ingredient. A very punchy secret ingredient at that.
A punchy secret ingredient?
Yes. The design on the wrapping paper matches that of something else in the room.
It does?
The design on this object matches that of the manju box's wrapping paper.
Ding. The camel pattern. It's the same one as the one for Camel brand sake. Just as Uendo said, he didn't drink any sake, per se.
But he did eat some. Impossible. Really? That's impossible. Okay. The window had a Camel brand red bean bun, which boasts a nice shot of sake as one of its ingredients.
So the defense is claiming the Uendo passed out after consuming a Camel sweet bun. That's really something that should be labeled on the package, otherwise the kid's gonna be like, yummy, sweet bun. Get fucking drunk. Bobby, I'm fucked up. It allows a fourth personality named Owen to emerge. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. That's exactly what I'm claiming.
There's one thing that bothers me. When the alcohol content of the buns evaporates, they're steamed. In order to give them stronger flavor, some manju are specially made to retain as much of their alcoholic content as possible. What kind of lightweights do you think I am? Even I wouldn't pass up from eating a simple manju.
Good internet blip. I don't think I missed anything that I need to... Let's see. It was some manju. What kind of lightweight do you think I am? Right. Okay. Then how about we test that theory? What do you say, Your Honor?
Seeing is believing, as they say. Very well, I'll allow a test. I'm pretty sure we're not allowed to do this.
Definitely not. Thanks, Your Honor. Simon, go buy us some camel manju on the double. And don't forget to get me one too, okay?
You're on the job.
I know, right?
Why must I... Also, aren't you not 21? While you're at it, Prosecutor Blackwell, you'll get me one as well. I'm not the courthouse stable boy, you know. But just this once, I'll acquiesce. Taka, I'm counting on you. Is that Falcon allowed to buy alcoholic buns in the state of Japanifornia?
Steal it.
And all of you had better pay me back. Aw. I thought it would have been a treat, Prosecutor Blackwell. What a shame. Now then, let us adjourn until the manju arrives by carrier hawk. Just fucking Phoenix Wright things. We'll reconvene as soon as Taka returns. I'm not shooting you, though, when Yakuza 2 did something that's just about as ridiculous as this, but even more so.
Mm-hmm.
That game is not serious at all. It's a Sega game, but it feels like this and that would take place in the same universe in terms of how stupid they get sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Go attack Nayuta while you're at it, bird. Look, Athena, it's your relative. Shut the fuck up, dude! Classic. Now that the sweet buns have arrived, this court's back in session.
Go on, Uendo. Eat up.
Nice flavor. You can really taste the sake. That was delicious.
Yes, a unique sweetness and the faint aroma of sake. Yet, I hardly think that anyone could pass out from eating something like this.
What's the matter, Uendo? You're not afraid of a tiny manju, are you? Or are you scared of how many calories it has? Don't be ridiculous. A sweet little snack like this couldn't possibly... I mean, it could never. Less bleeding, more eating, witness. Yeah, fine. Whatever. See, I told you. That don't affect me in the slightest. He might be a lightweight, but come on, nobody's that light. Seriously, nobody gets struck off one little bud. It's Johnny.
It just starts playing the theme from fucking Investigation 2 when it looks like it worked.
Oh my. Witness, please tell the court your name and occupation. Huh?
Hmm? Hmm?
My name is Owen. I'm 5.
You're 5 years old.
Am I in trouble? Please don't yell at me. So he's Uendo's 4th personality.
I'd hardly think a child like him could have a motive to murder the victim. And even if he had a motive, could he have actually committed the murder?
That's a very good point. Owen does appear to be a very timid and weak boy.
It seems the defense was hoping this hidden personality would be the real killer. But now that he is standing here before us, it is clear that none of Uendo's personalities can be the killer. Nick! Where can I even go from here?
She showed.
Owen, do you know something about what happened to your master? Come on, buddy. Won't you tell Auntie Athena what happened?
What a scary lady. She looks like a bird.
I'm not scary. Look at Auntie's big smile. Tell me about your master, please. Pretty please with sugar on top.
Okay. Is she one of those people who's gonna kidnap me with candy?
Why, yes, she is. No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. She's like a bird. Shisha was super nice. He always played with me. Just like a real grandpa. I love Shisho. Theo, do you sense anything behind his words?
Yeah, I think he killed him. I sense his sadness. Sadness so pure it's heartrending, but no discord. Prosecutor Sanmari is right. Owen isn't the killer.
But then, don't you find it odd?
Find what odd?
Let's review what we've learned so far. Wendo rearranged the Karuta cards to pin the blame on Bucky.
Well, that's because the original message implicated Owen. But Owen is only 5 years old and absolutely adores Master Tornado.
Exactly. The other three personalities also have no motive for murder. If Owen isn't the true culprit, then the person who first laid out the cards...
Probably wouldn't have been Master Tornado. So then who did it?
Defense? Did the appearance of Owen help you figure anything out?
Yes, Your Honor. I now know who it was that first laid out the Karuta cards.
But I thought it was the victim, right?
No, Your Honor. I don't believe it was. The one who first arranged the Karuta cards on the table was none other than...
The fifth personality.
I believe the person who laid out the cards...
I also love how there was Owen the fifth.
who laid the cards out is the very person who killed Taifu Tornado.
How quickly?
Quickly you move on to a new target when your Owen theory proves false. You Pulkunin. I don't know what a Pulkunin is, but I know I'm definitely not one. Is that a bird, you motherfucker? Before you start with the sermons, why don't you hear me out?
Yes, let's have the defense have a reasoning. Please proceed, Miss Sykes. If you're bluffing, I won't go easy on you.
I understand, Your Honor. Now then, please recall the original crime scene. Who did the Karuta cards name when the scene was discovered?
Let's see. Believe they implicated the defendant, Bucky Wet.
That's right, but we then found out that the message originally read Owen Forth.
Which implicated the young boy Owen.
Exactly, and the person who rearranged the cards was undoubtedly Uendo.
Wenda may have kept silent, but we can be sure he's already knew his master was dead. His tampering with the crime scene using the TV all but proves it.
I confess, I tampered with the crime scene.
The reason Wenda rearranged the Karuta carbs and moved the TV was because Ross realized he hasn't saved in a while.
Objection!
He saw the Owen Forth message and was convinced Owen had committed the crime.
Right on, Prosecutor Blackquill. It would
Never
seem
say
that
that
Owen
again.
and the other three personalities don't share the same memories.
But really, there is no fourth personality. It's just the three of us in here.
Uendo feared that Owen had killed Master Tornado, so he tried to hide Owen from us.
Oh,
But it turns out Owen is but a 5-year-old child incapable of hurting a fly, let alone his beloved master.
So naturally, the culprit must be somebody else. And this somebody else, the true killer, tried to pin the crime on Owen.
I see. That does make sense.
bang.
This is not but conjecture composed of half-truths and fantasy. Who then do you maintain murdered the victim? I believe Owen might know something about that. I refuse to allow such impromptu testimony, and from a 5-year-old no less. Such a young child is incapable of producing anything coherent.
It actually is really nice how they are absolutely treating this personality as this.
Yeah, but your desperation is disgraceful. You should realize when it is time to let go and...
I saw it. I saw Shisho getting...
Owen, you do know something, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh my, is this true? If so, we must have Owen testify immediately. Don't you agree, Prosecutor Sadmati?
Do any of you people just like to fucking... He just, like, turns to the audience. Just fucking try and kill her already. Come on, chant it. Chant it. Die, die, die. What the fuck is wrong with him?
Come on, it's very normal.
Is he okay?
Did he shit himself again?
It's alright, Owen.
I was about to say that as the audience.
Go ahead and tell us what you know.
Shisho was standing with a knife in his hand. Blood was dripping onto Shisho's face. Oh man, I couldn't move at all. I was so scared. I passed out.
This is eyewitness testimony from the moment of the murder. Owen, can you tell us anything else about what you saw?
I was so scared. Ooh, so scared.
Owen, emotions are spiraling out of control. Something must have really frightened him.
Is he alright?
The emotions are running wild because he's trying to recall something frightening to him. I recommend a therapy session right away.
I see. Yes, please do whatever you can to help the poor boy.
Will do, Your Honor. I'd better find the cause of these out-of-control emotions pronto.
Boop.
Shisho was standing with a knife in his hand. Blood was dripping onto Shisho's face, getting it all red. I couldn't move at all. I was so scared. I passed out.
I don't think that's blood. That's gotta be the soba.
Yeah, blood was dripping down to Shisho's face.
Blood? I don't remember seeing any blood in the crime scene photos. Besides, if the victim was standing upright, how could blood drip down onto his face? As I expected, all we managed to obtain from this child is a tale he dreamt up. Arrgh. Guess it's a little weird for blood to drip onto the victim's face if he was standing up. Unless it dripped down from the ceiling or something? What do you think, Simon?
I don't know. Owen's one confused and upset kid right now, so who knows how accurate his memory is. Maybe it's time for that thing instead.
Huh? What thing?
That thing that you and your cohorts do.
Be gay in public?
No!
Wow, that's homophobic, Blackwell.
You can do that in your own time, but that's not what I was talking about.
I don't know.
Fucking damn it. What do you call it? Rotate
You
your thinking.
were about to say
No. What do you call it? Rotate your thinking about.
Oh, you mean turn your thinking around. Not the lesbophobia.
Yeah, whatever. It's the same thing either way.
No, it isn't. Who ever heard of rotating your thinking? I mean, rotate is... Hey, wait a minute.
What?
You know what, Simon? In this case, I think rotate just might work perfectly after all.
Come again.
All I have to do is rotate things by 90 degrees. When he saw his master, Owen must have been...
Pressed flat against a wall. Or laying on the floor.
Owen must have been lying on the floor when he witnessed his master's murder.
What?
That's the conclusion I arrived at when I rotated my thinking by 90 degrees. Which means that all of the visuals in my matrix were off by 90 degrees.
And?
This means Master Tornado was also lying on the floor, which solves another mystery.
And which mystery is that?
The mystery of how blood could have been dripping onto the victim's face. It becomes much easier to imagine how that could happen if he was lying down. Like someone bleeding onto Master Tornado from somewhere up above him.
I remember now. Someone was sitting up on top of Shisho.
But trying to recall his master's bloody killer is what spooked Owen originally. The blood that stained the victim's face red came from the person sitting on top of him. The victim was holding a knife, so he likely nicked his attacker as he was fighting back. This means his assailant was injured on their face somewhere, like the forehead, perhaps. Assuming the victim and his attacker were face to face, then yes. I see. So that is what happened. But if I recall correctly, the accused has a fresh bandage on his forehead, does he not?
That little thing? Come on.
That injury of Mr. West's is conclusive evidence that he committed this murder. Why? It seems you have dug yourself into a pit you cannot crawl out of. No. I only figured out the reason for Owen's out-of-control emotions. All I did was raise further suspicion against my own client. What do I do now?
What's the matter? Scared? You don't think I'm throwing in the towel, are you?
But it looks so bad for Bucky. I mean, he had both motive and opportunity. Plus, he has that injury on his forehead. Your Honor, I sense that the defense is finally ready to let it go and move on.
Well, Miss Sykes, this would be the first time in history you ever gave up on something, but would you like to continue? I understand that you don't want to give up on your client, but I won't allow you to prolong this trial without a good reason.
Well, that lawyer did her best, but all the signs point towards the defendant's guilt, apparently.
Time she gave up, she tried everything she could.
Who let this Brit in?
I really, really don't want to back down, but...
Silence. Athena, are you having doubts about Bucky's innocence?
I wouldn't say that, it's just...
Do you remember what you said to Bucky earlier this morning?
I don't think he remembered.
Well, one of you do.
You believe me, babe?
Of course, no matter what, I'll believe in you to the very end.
Were those just empty words?
Of course not. It's just that all the cards are stacked against us.
Are you still stuck on that line of thinking?
Ah!
Motive, opportunity, and injury to his forehead. Is that all it takes to make you stop believing in your client?
Blackwood, didn't know you felt this way about me.
Tell me again, who are you to Bucky?
I'm Miss Chickadee lawyer.
And you do your duty and believe in him until the very end. Chickadee.
I will. The fuck go of me. Simon's absolutely right. I'm Bucky's lawyer and he's depending on me.
Defense team, please, no fighting in the courtroom.
Or is that sex? I can't tell.
No, holding people does not constitute sex. Who are you, Owen? I thought that meant they were having sex. No, Owen, we're not.
The defense is ready to resume, Your Honor. Prosecutor Blackquill was just giving me a pep talk, that's all.
And grabbing. Without
Thank you,
provocation.
prosecutor. Mwah.
I didn't do it for your sake. I did it for the future of Wet Soba.
Yeah, I got it. The defense would like to now continue with Owen's therapy session.
Oh, and would you be alright with that?
Okay. So somebody was sitting up on top of Shisho bleeding from their head. I smooshing everything into Shisho's face.
That's funny.
What is it?
I think murder's hilarious. I still hear discord in Owen's voice.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
But I don't sense any inconsistencies between his statements and his emotions. Listen, my fucked up backstory, okay? I had to fucking... And there don't seem to be any contradiction in his testimony.
Oh god, I forgot how fucked up your backstory got in 5. Yeah.
I always just think about the end of 5 just being like all that Apollo shit with fucking Fulbright. But no, she had a mondo fucked up backstory.
Oh yeah.
Ah, so that's it, huh?
Did you figure something out?
Your ability to sense emotions is making her focus too much on his feelings, Athena. There's actually something he's being very vague about in his testimony. If you can clarify why he's feeling uncertain about with some evidence, should be able to move forward from there.
Okay, that makes sense. I'll give it a try. I'll just update the mood matrix with the new information, and then we'll be ready to go. Just need to present some evidence on what Owen is being vague about, huh?
We haven't gotten to the part where we see the clown's button snap, so we're not done yet. Shisho had blood in his face, a knife in his hand. Where someone was smooshing something into his face.
We haven't seen what?
The clown's button snapping.
Oh, I see.
Couldn't move at all. I was so scared I passed out.
So now let's see what Owen is feeling uncertain about. It should manifest as something Owen isn't being specific about.
What's the matter? Is this too tough for you?
No, I'm thinking, so stop distracting me. I think I can guess what Owen is uncertain about. I just don't know which piece of evidence will pull the info I need to the surface.
Can't solve this with a rigid thought process. Try kneading your mind at will.
Needing my mind, it's not soba dough, you know.
Looks like you learned a thing or two about making soba at least.
You think? I've only been hearing about it all day today.
Well, even with that tiny bit of knowledge, you ought to be able to find your answer.
That Simon figured something out again, hasn't he? What's the soba making process have to do with what Owen is unsure about?
What if you strangled him with like a soba deed? Actually, the
Paper.
pillow would make the most sense. Yeah, one of those pillows would make the most logical sense. So do I present that?
You do present that, but that's not the reason why.
Interesting. The bowl, I guess?
Well, we know he wasn't drowned.
The noodles could have been poured out. Is there something else he could have been suffocated with? Something.
There is.
It's not the pot.
It's in the first picture.
It's not the pillow, it's not the soba, it's not the sake. It's not the bowl. It's not the pillow. This is what my first guess would have been.
I think you said it and then said it's not that.
It's not the bowl?
It's not the bowl.
It's not the sake.
Not the sake.
It's not the bean buns.
Not the bean. You didn't say bean bun before though.
It's not the pillow.
Not the pillow.
It's not the plate.
It's not the plate. No.
It's not the soba.
Why not?
Oh, is it just like the white powder soba that's been uncut noodles, basically?
It wouldn't be the powder, but
It'd be like the noodles before they're cut.
yeah, like the dough.
The dough. Okay. Yeah, I could see it being the dough.
Let's put a name to the thing Owen's uncertain of, shall we? By identifying the murder weapon that was used to suffocate the victim. Fortunately for us, I spy the murder weapon right here in this crime scene photo with my little bird eye. I mean my human eye! Unfortunately for you, I spy nothing of the sort with my non-bird human eyes. And the police did not spy anything of the sort during their investigation either. Pray tell, where is this murder weapon you see? You don't see it because it no longer looks the way it did when it was used as a weapon. What? I thought it was in the... Oh.
Technically, you
There's
can
like-
display the noodles, so...
There's a different blob of dough that I thought it was. But it's the noodles.
Yeah.
When it used to be dough. Okay. It's been a while. The mystery person that Owen saw pressed soba into the victim's face, thereby suffocating him.
Bang.
I grow weary of your tasteless jokes. How could anyone commit murder with soft, delicate soba? The noodles would instantly fall apart if they were pressed into someone's face.
Just like the soft, delicate touch of Emma's luminol can. Yes, I agree with whatever your non-fetishy shit is. Continue.
Well, I disagree. There's a way the soba could have been used to suffocate the victim.
What? You will explain your theory at once, Miss Sykes.
To kill Master Tornado, the culprit must have smothered him with
Uncut soba dough. Soba dough would be a good name for a band.
The culprit must have used the soba before it was cut into noodles and made into a band name. In other words, the murder weapon was raw soba dough.
What?
That's creative.
Order! Order in the damn court! Yes, soba dough could definitely be used to suffocate someone, couldn't it?
Fuck. This is his I'm about to shit myself pose.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very controlled about it.
God, I wish I had a fart sound effect to have played right then. Are you alright, Prosecutor Sanmati? Something smells. I was just letting the soul of the victim know.
I was just letting a soul out.
I was letting the soul of the victim know that I sharded. That the accused will finally face justice thanks to the foolish lawyer before me. Now
Nana,
who's sitting their
change me.
pants? Huh? What are you talking about? Still just you, bud. Allow me to summarize your statements. As the accused was killing the victim, he was slashed in the face by the victim's knife. The weapon he used to suffocate the victim was the dough in the dressing room. He then disposed of the murder weapon by cutting the soba dough into noodles.
Gah. Why, you smarmy.
Afterwards, the accused put the victim's face into the bowl of soba noodles and broth to wash off the blood that had dripped onto the victim's face from his own. And there you have it, the true sequence of events behind this foul affair. And now wait just a minute. I never once said that Mr. Wet was the culprit. Who but the accused knows how to cut dough into noodles, defense?
You don't need to know how to cut the dough into noodles. Oh, after the fact. Okay, fair enough.
Ugh.
That's a very good point, Prosecutor Sadmati. Or the cutting soba dough into uniform noodles requires considerable training. But then what about the dying message? How do you explain that? The defendant wouldn't have known about the Wendo's new Owen personality.
Perhaps the victim was simply playing with the cards and they hold no other meaning. Perhaps he spelled out Owen's name in jest sometime before his murder.
Well, that's true. From Owen's testimony, it's clear that Master Tornado cared for the boy. It appears we've arrived at a compelling conclusion. Taken together, all these points paint a convincing picture of the defendant's guilt.
Owen, is there anything else you can tell us? It doesn't matter how small of a detail, anything will do.
Oh, you're scaring me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Owen. Auntie Athena didn't mean to raise her voice. To be gentler with him. I can't forget he's only 5 years old. No need to be scared, okay, sweetie? Just tell us anything you can remember.
Oh, well, when I woke up, the person who killed Shisho was standing over me, bleeding from their head.
Owen, you saw the killer's face?
Oops.
I did it again. So, who was it, Owen? Do you remember?
Ooh, I don't know who it was.
I'm picking up some noise. That means there's still something to uncover in Owen's testimony. I don't know what Owen saw, but suffice it to say, we are analyzing the dreams of a child. You've wasted enough of our time, defense. Let it go and move on. No, there's still discord in Owen's heart that needs to be addressed. Therefore, I can't give in here.
Owen, do you think you continue your testimony for us?
Okay.
I'll enter the new info and run an update then.
Try blood on his face, knife in his hand. He was on the floor and somebody was smooshing dough into his face. I couldn't move at all. I was so scared I passed out. And when I woke up, The person who killed Shiho was standing over me. Why is he happy? That's all a little weird. Hee hee, funny clown lady.
Despite witnessing the culprit's terrible crime firsthand, Owen experienced a positive feeling, one of relief? The person the witness saw was no stranger, rather it was the accused. Therefore, it is only natural that he felt some level of relief when he saw a familiar face. Defense, end this madness and sully your soul no more. Owen, who did you see?
That nice smell. I love the smell of that perfume. It's the smell of a good...
You can do it. Try to remember, Owen.
Shut up.
Owen.
Nice going, bird lady. You knocked out a 5-year-old.
I'm not a fucking bird!
Seems Owen is resting now in the infirmary. They certainly have their hands full today down there. Let's continue with the trial.
Despite Owen's testimony, it is the opinion of this humble servant of the Holy Mother that the child's words were insufficient to clear the accused of suspicion. But what about the scent of perfume Owen mentioned? I believe it's a clue that will lead us to the true culprit.
There are thousands of perfumes in the world.
It could even be the scent of the hair product the accused uses.
He does have one amazing hairstyle, so that's certainly possible.
The witness is a 5-year-old boy. He cannot tell the difference between conventional perfumes and hair products. Why couldn't you have gone for a crew cut or something, Bucky? What's more, the only person who can cut soba noodles with such precision is the accused and no other. Oh man, how am I supposed to argue with that? And so, the person Owen saw at the scene of the crime can only be the accused Bucky Wet. Eh?
What the?
All natural, buddy. Hey! I never use hair products or anything with my smell. This is natural bio. If I wore something like that, a smell would get into the soba. Boom! Check it. Check it.
Mr. Wet, aren't you supposed to be resting in the infirmary?
Whatever. You ain't gonna let my soba stink out of perfume? Try that chillin' soba for yourself and see. I'll let it stick a sake though.
I believe we have no choice but to try it. Strictly for examination purposes, of course. Now then, let's dig in, shall we? Beard hair, my favorite flavor. That was delightful. Ahem. Well, I'm satisfied that there are no traces of hair products or perfume in Mr. Wet's soba. First sweet buns, now savory soba. What a delectable trial this has been.
This texture is different from the soba I had the other day. It reminds me of a dish we have in Korean called banupun.
What'd you think, Miss Chickadee? My soba's pretty good, isn't it?
It's delicious. Don't you think so, Simon?
You can really taste the no hair products in it.
Still pales in comparison to his late father's cuisine.
Yes, Simon, why you gotta be so hard on
me? Bailiff, take the defendant back out to the infirmary at once.
Rest! And I love all play old weedy undo, you know.
I'm first like my soba. Don't you let soba don't rest? It's about the free fresh as the soba. Grind the seeds fresh, cut the dough fresh, and bottles. Buddy.
Oh, amazing.
Good grief, what a defendant.
At least Bucky wasn't the source of the perfume smell. Wait, smelly perfume.
It looks like you remembered something.
The phrase smelly perfume reminded me of a certain somebody.
No, and who might that be?
There's only one person that comes to mind.
The only female in this trial.
The phrase smelly perfume reminded me of this person.
Who the fuck else could it be? Gyro Tornado, hmm? Yeah, she did smell very nice, didn't she?
Just a moment's defense. You would throw suspicion on Garu now because of a scent? Your Honor, there is no need to go along with these ever-changing claims of the defense.
She's like solving this case or something. I'm like so sick of it.
I suppose these claims have been awfully inconsistent.
But Garu could have been at the crime scene.
Oh, yes, but...
You'll get to see those balloons of hers if we call her back to the witness stand.
Shit, she's got me by the stones.
How vulgar! His Honor is not interested in such things.
Yeah, I'm saying the matter of her balloons aside entirely. I do believe it's appropriate to ask Garu some questions, though, given the circumstances.
It's the meme. The fucking meme. It's like not even like necessary. The own fucking game does it.
This has nothing to do with her balloons, of course.
Thank you, Your Honor.
It's just not allowed to say tits, I guess.
I'm going to become the Joker, Pokunka. Thank you for calling this disciple of the Tornado School where I could go back for an encore. It's me, the balloon artist y'all know and love, Garo Tornado. 1, 2, balloon.
What wonderful balloon artistry.
Your Honor, please.
You're looking like that deleted scene of the priest from The Little Mermaid.
Now then, what would you like me to make for you this time? Actually, I called you back for more testimony. But I'm all talked out. This case has left me completely deflated. What? You didn't find that funny? Anyway, what exactly is going on, Simon?
It seems the person who murdered Master Nida was wearing perfume.
And you were the only person I could think of who wears perfume. In the whole world. Wait. You mean I'm a suspect now? Gyro, you knew about Owen, right? Well, yes, I often play with him as she shows requests. That means you could have left that fake dying message, right? What? Just because I wear perfume and know Owen? You think I'm a murderer? Oh, how could you? The witness is absolutely right. With no evidence but the distorted memories of a small child.
Bang.
It is outrageous of the defense to accuse this woman. That's right. You don't even have any proof. You may step down from the stand, Garu. The defense does not have one scrap of evidence that connects you to the crime. Wait just 1 minute! I may not have proof, but Owen's testimony is still... Enough.
Oh no, he's doing a shadow clone.
Please feel free to leave, Garu. But I'm so close, there must be something I can do. Well, if the prosecutor says it's okay, then I guess I'll be going now.
I'll be hitting the old dusty trail.
Silence.
I'll be killing another person, I mean.
Hoy, Geru. You're an entertainer, aren't you? Once you go on stage, it's your duty to complete your performance, is it not? So what are you doing, leaving halfway through?
Yeah. That was delayed.
She's got a cut in her forehead.
There's a bandage on Garu's forehead. And since we know that Master Tornado's killer has a cut on their face somewhere, impossible. How did you know, Simon?
I didn't, but I had to take a chance and see for myself. Otherwise, your theory would remain a groundless accusation.
So what you're saying is, if we think something is true, we can beat people up to expose their secrets?
Wow, that's awesome.
Don't take that out of context, ever. Please.
Wow. Your Honor, Prosecutor Sadmati, the scent of perfume and injury on the forehead. These things are completely consistent with Owen's testimony. In short, the mysterious individual Owen saw in the dressing room could have been Garu.
Oh, Miss Sykes. Does this mean you are formally indicting the witness for the murder of Typho Tornado?
Should your accusation prove to be false, I hope you are prepared to pay the price in full. Simon, what price is he talking about?
I don't know, some foreign shit. I thought that should be obvious. Prosecutor Sadmonk is saying, see it to it you never stand in court of law again. I must say, though, he knows how to make a trial interesting.
Whose side are you on, Simon?
How can he decide that?
On then. Into the deep end with you. You really have but one choice anyway. Oh, Miss Sykes, I'm waiting.
With regards to the witness, Garu Tornado, the defense wishes to...
Indict the fuck out of her.
There's no reason for me to hold back. Not if I really believe in my client.
This can't wait a month.
The defense wishes to formally indict Garu Tornado for the murder of Typho Tornado.
Bang.
I have tried to be merciful, but now not even your pleas will reach the Holy Mother's ears. You will have plenty of time to regret your decision in the pit of hell. Except I won't need to. The person who murdered the victim was not Mr. Wet. It was Garu Tornado.
Looking pretty hot while doing it.
But that's neither here nor there. That bandages is just from a silly slip-up I made while cooking yesterday, that's all.
How the fuck do you cut your forehead while cooking?
Well, I was juggling knives. What kind of extreme cooking were you doing to cut yourself on the forehead?
Thanks for calling that out, Athena. I need some backup on that one.
Well, what can I say? That's what happened. I was juggling knives. You also don't have an alibi for the period before 4 p.m., do you, Garu?
I was waxing my balloons.
I really didn't know anything was wrong until Shisha was found dead. If you don't believe me, then with a twisty twist. And Balloon, there you have it, an adorable little kitty. How could you suspect a cutesy little balloon artist like me?
That shit is a FNAF creature that hasn't been revealed yet.
No, it's just Chica. Garu, I've been meaning to say this for a while now, but could it be that you don't have an eye for balloon art?
You just hear, like, typing in the background.
Look at this, Athena. I looked up what she was talking about. This Chica character looks like a giant chicken. Looks just like you.
Gonna
I
fucking
don't think I know that. You don't have to come out and say it. I'm the daughter of a great Rakugo artist. I never wanted to do stupid balloon art. I was supposed to be a Rakugo storyteller too, just like my late daddy. So what Shisha told me to do balloon art instead. I guess the victim thought she had no talent as a Rakugo artist either. So you're still gonna suspect a poor little thing like me? But please stop trying to skirt the issue. It all comes down to the scent of perfume and the cut on your forehead. You and the culprit in Owen's testimony share these two traits. You're dead set on accusing me, aren't you?
Where'd the cake and the kitty go?
I killed him. Not the victim, of course. I just meant the balloon art. Well, here's what I have for naughty little girls like you with the twisty twist. I'ma cut you, witch!
Very hinged.
Go ahead, make me testify all you want. When the truth's revealed, it'll be your balloon or mine that goes pop. Got it?
You're gonna pop my tits? What?
Oh my! Is this yet another hidden personality?
Simon, is everybody in the Tornado School like this?
Well, the hell should I know? I'm never going there again, so actually I don't care anymore. I just like the soba, damn it.
Leg.
I actually love her energy, though, with the sword.
That dog looks very hinged.
Yeah, I visited the dressing room during that time to make a courtesy call after my act.
Shisho and Owen were in there, but they were both snoring up a storm. Saw the note Shisho left, so I just left. Didn't want to disturb him, you know.
Very much, I didn't kill anyone underneath.
The perfume Owen must have been left over for when I visited.
So Garu's saying she went into the dressing room, but then left right away.
Don't let her take her. Don't take her at her word.
Come on, do you really think I would? I'm just trying to figure out how to get her to talk about what really happened.
Now then, Miss Sykes, you may proceed with the cross-examination.
Bonk, bonk.
Where did you find your master's note?
I don't know, I can't remember.
Did you notice anything else unusual or out of place in the room?
Well, there was a sake and a half-eaten manju on the table. But I didn't see anything else out of place or whatever in the room, though.
Oh, is that a fact?
Of course it is, what do you think?
And you didn't change anything around while you were in there?
Didn't do anything. Look, I'm telling you. I didn't see anything funny near Shisho, and I didn't touch anything in the room.
Your baldness, I request that statement be added to Garu's testimony.
Simon, what's a statement like that going to do for us?
Just play along and you'll see soon enough.
Ugh.
Well, I have no problem with adding that to the testimony, but how about you, Miss Sykes? You're technically the person who's supposed to say yes.
I have no problem with it either, Your Honor.
Simon thinking.
What about the giant fucking television set behind him? Right?
I don't think that was moved yet. But there was something, I mean, it was a very weird room. Something she probably would have noticed.
Like the fridge door being open, the soba shipping everywhere. Cards. Oh, and also the, this. The soba deed, I guess?
I don't know exactly where that was.
Found in the victim's possession.
Hmm. Not too weird that he'd have his own deed.
Yeah.
It's not the crime scene report, so it's a specific thing that you have an evidence of.
It's not the deed. It's not the cards, right?
I mean, they were there, right?
Were they funny?
It's not like literally funny, but like something weird.
But she arranged them into Owen.
I mean, that's our theory, but yeah. Garu, you said you didn't notice anything odd or unusual near your master. You also said you didn't touch anything in the dressing room.
That's right, what about it?
Then, I wonder who left that dying message with the Karuta cards.
What are you going on about? It had to have been that Bucky.
Sorry, but that's not possible. Because only 3 people knew of Uendo's personalities. Uendo, your master, and you.
Okay.
Bucky left a Karuta message. He would have spelled out Owen. He would have spelled out Uendo.
What it boils down to is this. As a member of the Tornado School, you, Garu Tornado, are the only one who could have left that dying message.
Very, very stupid one to arrange, but I guess she didn't have the cards for you, and it's just like, fuck, which one of them can I... Owen!
Yeah. And I think she wanted to trick Uendo into thinking that while he was unconscious, Owen did the kill.
Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
And as the person who left that message, it's clear that you are Master Tornado's killer.
Will you ever quit your yapping?
You are like wretches clinging to the spider thread of salvation. Allow me to cut that holy thread from the heavens and bring you back down to earth.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Would you quit butting in whenever things start to go my way?
Oh, is it over now?
Silence, child. Playtime is over.
The pants shitting has stopped.
What did you just say? As the witness stated, she went into the dressing room and soon came back out again. But the victim's note was not the only reason she left with such haste. There was another reason that compelled Garu to leave at once. Garu, would you please relate said reason to the court? There was a reason why Garu had to leave the dressing room?
Well, I didn't want to show you this, but I guess I got no choice. Keep your eyes peeled, 'cause here it comes.
Your hand is all swollen and red. What happened, Garu?
If you must know, I'm allergic to buckwheat.
But
What?
allergic reactions to buckwheat can vary, though they're usually on the severe side, with Taifu Tornado making soba noodles in his dressing room. Garu was lucky to still be alive, considering all the soba flour that was swirling in the air.
Good thing I left pretty quick. I managed to escape with just a mild reaction. But I touched Shisho as he was being carried away, and look what it did to my poor hand. It must have been soba broth on his clothes or something. If I'd inhaled any of that soba flour, I'd have had a seizure, and it'd have been good night, Garu. I never could have stayed in that dressing room for very long.
Person allergic to buckwheat couldn't be in a room with soba flour in the air. You certainly couldn't use soba dough as a murder weapon either.
This isn't good.
You knew it would come to this, didn't you? That's why you never mentioned her allergy.
As if I would do anything so underhanded. I was simply trying to protect the privacy of this witness.
I'm sick of all these accusations. Why don't I just testify and get it all out in the open, yeah?
No, don't. Please, God, don't.
If I come into the slightest contact with buckwheat, I get an allergic reaction. There was that much soba flour there, that room could have literally killed me. Look at my hand. Just touching Shisho's body caused this much damage. There must have been soba broth on his clothes. So I never could have committed that murder in the dressing room.
Okay.
I still can't believe it. Nobody told me she had a soba allergy. Did you know, Simon?
Does it look like I knew? Protect the privacy of the witness, my foot! What a dirty trick.
Now what do we do?
There's only one thing to do. Put Prosecutor Sadmonk to shame with your cross-examination.
Right.
That won't be hard to do. No matter how small, internet blips will fuck us over.
Nah, that wasn't an internet blip. I was just demanding that Allie go do the dishes.
Ah.
Yeah.
Just like suddenly you're like, oh, the dishes haven't been done. Ale! Dishes!
No, the context was earlier she wanted me to remind her to do dishes tonight. So
Gotcha.
no matter how small, I'll find us an opening and break her testimony down. I'm all about small holes. Why did I say that?
Okay.
So, well, this is a fun one. It's classic Ace Attorney. You gotta press everything.
Okay, fair enough.
figured I should tell you instead of having you go through the evidence, like, maybe it's this.
Yeah.
You're not lying about this soba allergy of yours, right?
Of course not. I swear on the grave of my father up in heaven. I could even get you a doctor's certificate if you want.
She seems to be telling the truth.
I've had this allergy for as long as I can remember, but I never dreamt in a million years it'd clear me of murder.
And you'll come out of this smelling like a delicate buckwheat flour to boot.
Well said, Your Honor.
Wait, why? Because I'm dumping a shit ton of it on you. Haha, here's my murder trial.
And I'm dumping in my pants.
Yes, we know Neuda.
I'll give you that there was quite a bit of flour scattered around in that dressing room. But you went to pay your respects to your master regardless, right?
Yeah, but like I said, I came right back out. I mean, the soba making tools were right there. You better believe I was careful not to breathe any of it in.
But you still could have committed this crime if you'd held your breath while doing it.
Don't be ridiculous. I would have suffocated to death before Shisho did.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Jeez, get a grip, will ya?
Put on your gas mask.
Look at my hand. Just touching Shisho's body caused this much damage.
Put on gloves.
Maybe there's a twist here. Look, you're actually allergic to dogs and not soba.
You kidding? Bring my little Jukimu in here. I'll hug and squeeze him like there's no tomorrow. I'm telling you, I have a genuine, honest-to-goodness soba allergy.
Defense, the witness clearly has an authentic allergy to buckwheat. Any further deliberation on the matter would be meaningless, pointless, worthless.
Useless, useless, useless.
Muda, 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 muda!
You heard the man, lawyer girl.
All right, fine. I was just trying to think the same thing myself.
Doesn't mean I have to like it, though.
Bird.
I probably got this allergic reaction on my hand here because I touched Shisho. Who the fuck called me a...
Dude, that bird lawyer girl's acting real weird. Audience, who was it?
I have a question about that, actually. If you're allergic to soba, does that mean you're allergic to the noodle broth, too?
Well, the buckwheat from the noodles can dissolve into the broth, so duh. Such soba broth can be just as deadly for me. Don't you know anything? What an amateur.
I'm sorry.
Do I look like a doctor to you? Look. Anything that has soba in it, or anything that has touched soba is like poison to me.
God, I'm so glad I don't have any, like, super strict foodborne allergies. Anyone who does is just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like peanuts or shellfish.
Yeah.
It's like, oh. Peanuts especially. It's like, I hope you enjoy candy.
I mean, to be fair, I eat a lot of candy, and I never have nuts in my candy, because I don't like nuts in my candy.
Yeah, but they're produced in factories that have all these fucking nuts.
Oh, sure. So I just want to cover all my bases, but... Could the murder have possibly occurred somewhere other than the dressing room? That is out of the question.
Bang. Blip. Bleep. Do a bleep.
Good internet blip right as happened, so it like sounded to me like the music cut out for a sec.
Nice.
By even asking, you show your complete disregard for all we have discussed until now.
I've also noticed that Discord does not do the crashy thing anymore. So that was
nice.
totally the old computer nonsense. Yes, I have to agree. So now it's just internet blips, and not Discord dying. Once again, go around suggesting new premises without basis.
Unfortunately for you, Shisho didn't take a single step from his dressing room around the time of the murder.
Well, that is unfortunate for everyone. Geru could not have possibly committed this crime in a room where soba was being made. Finally, the time has come for the last rites of the victim to begin. Ugh. Why would Mr. Wright do at a time like this? Oh, yes! There's only one thing to do!
What are you smiling about? Has the pressure overwhelmed you?
Nope. It's just the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. I see. You have no rebuttal, and so the only thing left to you is to smile. Oh, ho, 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 ho. That's where you're wrong. I do have a rebuttal. Turn your thinking around, Athena. Don't try to figure out how Garo, who was allergic to Soba, could commit the crime. Figure out how Garo could be in that room and not have an allergic reaction instead.
Baby rest. Maybe if I were a regular flour dough for udon noodles. But I'm fresh like my soba. You don't like soba dough rest. It's all about the free freshes. Grind the buckwheat cheese fresh, cut the dough fresh, and boil the noodles.
He's blacked out, like me.
Now I get it.
You got it the second time.
It appears to have been written by the victim. Allow me to read it. Resting. Do not disturb. I guess you got your third take after all.
Yes, that's what I saw. After reading that, who didn't think Shisha was napping?
If you must know, I'm allergic to buckwheat.
But it wasn't buckwheat, was it?
Mon Dieu! What if that certain piece of evidence doesn't mean what we think it means? If that's the case, I might be able to prove that Garo could have committed this crime. No matter how hard you search your mind, you cannot overturn facts.
Well, Miss Sykes, if you have no further objections, I'll hand down my ruling.
True, I can't overturn facts, but what if we got our facts about a piece of evidence wrong? Got our facts wrong? What are you talking about now? Are you going to present some alternative facts?
What piece of evidence do you mean, Miss Sykes? Please put it out to the court.
This evidence proves that Garo could have killed her master even with her soba allergy.
So how the fuck do I prove this? What evidence here is like, hey, this is udon noodle powder.
Well, what did Bucky say about buckwheat? He said that there's the 3 freshes.
Yeah, the seeds are fresh, and you cut it fresh, then you roll it into dough fresh.
So, you gotta get it made ASAP.
Yeah. And it was
So
put
look
in the
through all your
refrigerator.
evidence and see if there's something that could mean something else.
Well, this means that it was resting, so he's talking about the udon noodles being in the fridge, essentially.
That could
Right.
be it.
Yeah. This is referring to noodles.
It's Master Tornado's note.
The note?
Preposterous. What possible connection could there be between the witness's allergy and that note? The answer lies in the true meaning of this note.
Its true meaning?
This note does not mean I am resting do not disturb, as we had assumed. But rather, it actually means this dough is resting, do not disturb it.
Wait a minute, Athena. That doesn't make any sense.
You're right, it doesn't. After all, as Bucky told us many a time, you don't let soba dough rest.
What's all this jibber jabber got to do with anything?
That's it, the home stretch. This note and Mr. Wet's words have led me to the conclusion that Master Tornado was...
Making udon noodles.
The victim, Taifu Tornado, was not making buckwheat noodles. He was making ordinary udon noodles instead.
Udon better.
Oh god. That layer of flour in the dressing room wasn't soba flour, but plain old wheat flour for udon.
That said, I don't think I've ever had soba, so...
I haven't either.
I have had udon, though.
So
Delicious.
actually, it was totally possible for Garo to be in that room and kill her master. Oh, it froze for you too. Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. Alright, I think you might have to load your save and,
Of all the places it could have frozen? What do you mean?
I mean...
Oh, come on! That's the biggest sucking blue balls of my life.
Sure is. You saved a little bit recently-ish, though.
Kind of.
Just load it, get it over with.
Why? Fucking frame the freeze on.
Yeah.
Her hand looks like a butt.
Sure does. You wanna load the save now?
Amazing. Wow. I thought that was, like, timed. It's like when you get a game over in Pokemon Ranger. And, like, the stylus slows down. Oh, this is a while ago.
No, I think it's not that far back, right? Apparently we're hearing victory music. Okay, fast forward.
Can I, like, load a later part in the trial? Maybe?
No, you could only load trial day 2, I'm pretty sure. I mean, might as well check, I guess, since they already restarted. But...
I'll check.
Oh no, look at that. Oh. Oh, the 4th... No, yeah, that's just to your save file. It didn't save that you got further than that. So you just gotta fast forward a bunch.
Oh, this is gonna add like 20 fucking minutes on. How far back was this?
I think this was right before... Yeah, just keep... Oh god, you can't fast forward, huh? Can you go into your... Is there, like, settings you can change to let you text skip? I'm pretty sure there is, right? Restart it again.
Wait.
I'm 99% sure there's a setting you can change. Or return... Or options. Yeah. Text skip, hit all.
That's as fast as it text skips. We're back to the kids.
I mean, I think this is the end of the...
But there's so much back and forth.
I mean, it sucks.
We're back to him talking about... Oh, no.
Well, whatever. You know what to present. Yikes.
Okay. I'm gonna try pausing the recording.
Go for it.
Hi, we're back. That took a while. Hopefully me pausing the recording didn't fuck up the rest of this, but there's not much left anyway.
Yeah, there's really not that much left.
Anyhow, we're gonna be making some udon noodles. This is about where we left off. That did in fact take about 15 minutes, even with text skipping.
Yep. Here, skip to the, until the balloon bursts.
Also, I should probably make a save here, for one. And also, go into the options and change that to red.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Just so you don't accidentally.
Yeah.
That was the frame that it fucking freezed on.
What? What if that's true? It changes everything. Are we back?
Your Honor, the defense requests that the flour in the room be tested immediately.
I ate that flour.
But soba noodles were found in the bowl, and Geru did not have a reaction on her hand. Plus, I eated it. Plus L plus ratio. How do you explain those things?
Nayuda, you are so fat. You are so lazy and fat.
Well... Even if it were udon flour, udon flour instead of soba, you still cannot prove Geru committed the crime. But...
Don't lose your nerve now. Keep charging forward or you'll feel my blades at your back.
Enough with the threats already, I got it. Talk about pressure. Gen 4, right? Alright, Athena, take a deep breath and go over everything again.
You know, I said Gen 3 before, but also Gen 4 as well. There were a couple that did not have pressure as an ability. Namely, the Lake Trio that I think all has Levitate, and Darkrai who has the Void shit, the Bad Dreams, whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I think everything else has pressure.
Yeah.
Even Cresselia. Does Cresselia have pressure?
No, Cresselia doesn't.
Does she have Natural Cure, Regenerator?
tell you has levitate.
Levitate, huh? Okay.
I'm gonna visualize this case from start to finish.
And obviously Arceus has the plate shit.
I have to find conclusive evidence that Garo committed this murder. I don't know if I actually read the line before this, but that's fine. What was Master Tornado making in his dressing room?
He was making udon.
By my logic, Master Tornado must have been making udon noodles in his dressing room, but something at the crime scene indicates otherwise. What was found in the bowl on the table?
Soba.
Obamna. Soba!
Majime. Sanda.
Even though the master wasn't making soba, soba noodles were found at the scene. So that means the noodles had to have come from somewhere. Have you seen what I referenced, by the way? The
Obama. Soba.
Obamna.
Yeah, I think I've seen Obama.
Wait a minute. One mysterious serving of soba noodles. That sounds familiar. Where did the soba and the bowl on the table come from?
A catering service. Do you have a soba stock? No, they wouldn't stock it. It has to be eaten fresh. But a catering service. No.
The catering service brought it. Wait a minute. If it was a catering service, then somebody must have delivered it. Nobody testified about any delivery person, so that means...
Would he have a soba stock?
I don't think so.
So he made it too. I guess
Oh,
he did.
I guess it was. Okay. No, Gary's allergic to buckwheat. Just touching made her hand swell and blah blah blah. So in that case... I guess that is stock. Soba noodles found at the scene were from the master's stock of uncooked noodles. But then why would the culprit go out of her way to cook that soba and put it in the bowl?
To hide the udon dough. Okay.
Soba was found at the scene, so that means the culprit must have taken the udon with her to hide it. Why did the culprit take the udon away to hide it? It must have been because she...
Killed him with the udon dough. The murder weapon was udon dough.
That's it, the udon dough was the real weapon used to kill Taifu Tornado.
It's very interesting how they stylize this with the most plain font in the world. This is like Times New Roman.
I kind of like the choice, though. It is very plain. Like
I do like it. It's very neat.
And the reason why no weapon was found is because Garu got rid of the dough somehow. The real murder weapon was the udon dough the victim made. If we can find this dough, that'll prove my theory correct. And undeniably prove Garu's guilt.
And I think we know where it is.
Dough, what makes you think that it would prove she is the one? Please recall
that Emily must now blip. Right now. Blipping.
Ahem. Sod
Blipped.
body. If the injury on Garu's forehead was caused by the victim's knife, then Garu's blood must have dripped down onto the dough used as the murder weapon. That would make the dough pretty conclusive evidence, wouldn't you agree? Ah, but where is this conclusive evidence? Let us hear your theory on where this murder weapon is. Well, it's... If I can't find the answer on the evidence I have on hand, we'll lose this trial. So how did Garu get rid of the udon dough? Think, Athena, what do I have that points us to suspicious behavior on Garu's part?
Now then, Miss Sykes, let's hear your answer. Where is the real murder weapon hidden? Nice barking you did there. I assume you have the bite to back it up.
At least I'm not a bird anymore. Stop distracting me, especially not right now.
Did you know that some birds bark?
Fuck you.
Like the
This piece
warbad?
of evidence can point us to the location of the hidden murder weapon.
Ah, she fed it to the dog.
Garu. What is it? I'm just an innocent girl. I don't know anything about a murder.
Stuff that cute act in your balloon hat.
Garu got rid of the dough she used to kill Master Tornado in a bold and daring way. She did it right in front of Prosecutor Blackquill's nose by feeding it to her dog. No,
Of course, now it all makes sense. I was puzzled as to why Garu should know her dog's eating habits. Would feed Jugemu more than he could possibly finish.
Your Honor, please order an investigation of the yard right now.
And what should the police at the theater be looking for exactly?
Jugemu must have buried his leftover dumplings somewhere around his doghouse. Dumplings that Garu made out of the udon dough with her blood in it. This is preposterous. I want to thank you, Simon. If you hadn't kept me going, I might have given up along the way.
What are you blathering on about? Still have work to do. Now, by your hand, finish this wretched case off, Athena.
You got it. Garu, do you remember what you said would happen when the truth is finally revealed?
When the truth's revealed, it'll be your balloon or mine that goes pop. Got it?
Well, now the truth is out, and it looks to me like... it's your balloon that goes pop.
Ah!
Pop. He did absolutely nothing this trial.
Oh, Kunka, I was just here to look pretty.
I'm a Rakugo artist. I was the one who was supposed to inherit the net.
Oh, it was a bad time for a blip.
That's not a blip.
Oh, no. Well, you made a recent save.
Yeah, I did. That's still a funny one. I was the one that was supposed to inherit the N.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was worried that, like, since it was on auto text, like, it would have been a problem if I blipped there. So honestly, this might be better.
Well, now you'll just blip here.
No, I will. I'm just kidding.
We speed through. Gotta turn it back on.
No, I don't think you do. Oh wait, no, you do. Okay. It's weird that it saved the setting because you didn't.
No, I turned it off and then saved.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. What the?
Did it freeze there? Oh my! You close and reopen, Citra.
What the? That's a new thing for the controller to do. Now it's glowing red.
Excuse me? They really don't want us to complete this trial.
It's like, no, you will save it for next time. Alright, now the controller's still working. Fun. Times were had by all. I'm pooped. Okay, let's try this one again.
So funny.
So actually... Alright, this time it's saved.
Okay, so it just saves the settings separately. That's interesting. No, don't return to the tile screen.
Alright, here we go. Skip, 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 skip to my loo, skip, skip, skip to my loo. Skip to loo, god damn it.
Oh god, fuck it, revisualization.
That's fine, this doesn't take too long.
I know.
It was making udon.
I don't think I've had udon.
Yeah, it's really good. They're just like thick noodles. Good consistency. It we found Soba. There was Soba in the bowl. Soba these nuts. It was the Soba stock. To hide the udon bowl. Why did they take the udon? Because they wanted to kill him with the udon bowl. Their weapon was udon dough. But what about that udon dough?
I was thinking it. Dang, she barely even started talking, dude.
It's a very fast back and forth between these two. That would be the dog. They didn't also make me select which specific part of the dock.
I mean, it's the one. That's the only part about her.
Yeah.
Here, why don't you save real quick?
Yes. Gary, do you remember what you said would happen when the truth is finally revealed? That the game would finally allow me to pass through without it crashing? Well, to that I say, fuck.
Cool.
The last thing you want in your Ace Attorney game.
Okay, here we are.
Alright, he dies. Bang, 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 bang. He died. Alright, here we are.
I'm a Rakugo artist. I was the one who was supposed to inherit that name, but then Shisha. Why are my balloons bursting? Daddy, are you mad at me? I've been a bad girl.
They were fucking fake! The entire internet collectively losing their shit a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
She's actually really pretty without the wig on, honestly.
She's also pretty with the wig on.
Eh.
You ready to tell us everything you know?
Are you ready to tell us everything now, Garu?
The whole reason I entered the world of Rakugo in the first place was to follow in my father's wonderful footsteps and inherit his stage name.
His stage name? You don't mean...
Uendo Tonido.
I knew I wasn't very good at storytelling, but I thought that if I did the stupid balloon thing like Shisha wanted, I'd inherit the name someday.
The Master Tornado gave the name to his junior disciple.
Yeah. That's why I took my revenge on Shisho during the show celebrating the name succession.
So that was your entire motive?
I doubt anybody else could understand, but inheriting my father's name was everything to me. It was my whole reason for living.
Of all the days you could have taken your revenge, why'd you choose the day of the show?
Because I wanted to pay Uendo back for stealing what was rightfully mine. I wanted to pin the blame on him at the show where all the Tornado fans were gathered. But then Uendo tried to shift the blame onto Bucky Webb. And now we know the whole story.
Everyone hates Bucky. There's just one more thing I want to know. Did you know Master Tornado was making udon in his dressing room yesterday?
No, I didn't. When I saw the Soba making tools, I was worried about my allergy. But it was my only chance to get my revenge on the two of them, so I went ahead and did it.
So it was a premeditated crime, but in the end, you only went through with it on impulse. And the allergic reaction on your hand. Is it from touching the soba in the refrigerator with your bare hands? When you were tampering with the crime scene after your master's death?
Yeah. By that time, I wasn't clear-headed enough to worry about my allergy.
Garu, how could you do all this, you idiot?
Garu. I get your desire to inherit your father's name. But what you really should have inherited from him wasn't his name, but his heart. His heart. Well.
Fuck. Do you have anything to add, Prosecutor Submody? Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
I've just been on a shit losing streak lately.
Miss Athena Sykes. Yes, that's the first time he's used my name. I shall be sure to remember your name.
You are getting added to the list.
Really?
Seems he finally recognized you as a proper adversary.
Thanks. That's all I ask, Prosecutor Sanmati.
It looks like there are no further objections. Bailiff, please bring in the defendant. However possible. He looks sober now, I think. Ah, good. It seems you have made a full recovery. Now then, this court finds the defendant bookie wet. Not Galaiti. There's the fucking confetti. What the fuck is this shit?
What the fuck is this shit?
What the hell is this shit? Judge, you've been doing this for 28 years. This court is adjourned.
Now I shit myself.
Boy, we should have been here half an hour ago.
Congratulations, Bucky. I'm so glad you were found innocent.
Thanks for everything, Miss Chickadee.
But it still sucks that you were accused of a crime you didn't commit. Did Wendo have it out for you or something?
I don't think so. Wendo said it was a spur-of-the-moment idea he got when he saw the Soba-themed cards.
Simon, where have you been?
Stopped in at Wendo's questioning. Only you, Bucky, could get framed for a crime on a whim. Yeah, no way. Almost got convicted out of convenience.
Well, at least you've been completely cleared of all charges, so buck up, Bucky. On a more important note, what I really want to know is... why didn't Master Tornado let Garu inherit her father's name?
What do you mean on a more important note, Miss Chickadee?
Aw, don't be such a wet blanket. Just go with the flow. Oh, come on. Good call. Good fucking call. You think the Master was trying to encourage her to quit the entertainment business?
No, that ain't it. He didn't give her the name in there because he wanted Gary to find her own calm in life. Form whatever she wanted without being bound by her father's name a rock ago. Making Udon was his way of showing his support for her in her new endeavor.
So that's why he called you to the theater, huh? To teach him how to make udon?
More roundabout way I've never seen, but that's Master Tornado for you.
This entire incident happened because of a misunderstanding? How sad.
By the way, Gyro wasn't the only person Master Tornado was trying to cheer on. Even though the person in question still seems unaware of the Master's intentions. What? You talking about me? Come on, no way. All the old man ever did was criticize my soba.
It's not true, Bucky. Must be a way to make Bucky see just how much Master Tornado cared about him.
Yeah, this is the real reason I saved. I guess the deed?
It is the deed.
Yeah.
Take a good look, Bucky. Whose name is on there as the holder of this title deed?
Well, it stole my name. Master tonight it was just up to one of his tricks when he said he stole the shop from you. He was trying to force you to grow into a truly capable owner in your father's stead. Probably used
some tough love on you so that the shop wouldn't just go belly up.
I see. I never knew. Oh, Master Tonetto, I'm so sorry. Keep working hard, Bucky, and pay him back by living up to his expectations. Thanks, Simey, and you too, Miss Chickadee. One day my soba's gonna be so good it'll knock the old man's socks clean off. After all, I'm the 4th generation owner of the wet soba. Wet Noodle number 4. Well, better get going back to my shop. I gotta get ready for the lunch rush.
Hold on. Can I place an order for delivery, Bucky?
Yeah, Miss Chickadee?
Could you deliver a bowl of udon to Geiru on behalf of her master?
You got it. I'll make sure I got all the TLC Master Tonetto would have packed in it, too.
Thank you.
Well, see ya. Sure to drop by the shop sometime.
I will, and I'll bring the whole agency with me.
If they don't die. Do us all proud, Bucky. I'll have the best soba in town waiting for you when you come. Peace out.
It's nice to see somebody giving it their all, isn't it? I wonder if I leveled up any thanks to this case.
Don't kid yourself. If you really want to level up, you have to run in circles outside.
Oh
No,
god, I'm
that's
gonna go do it right
bullshit.
now.
No, don't put words in my mouth, narrator of the sky. That's bullshit. No one should ever do it.
The trial would have been a spectacle and a half had I not been by your side.
You don't know that.
For a lawyer who's versed in psychology, you're too full of weak points. You need to learn to analyze yourself more objectively.
Or you could just teach me your famous mind tricks, Simon.
No.
Way to shut someone down, and why not?
Because the more pesky lawyers there are, the harder my job becomes. So it's in my best interest for you to remain green forever.
Hey, what about what's in my best interest, huh? Besides, weren't you the one who had the wool pulled over your eyes by Window?
Must you remind me? How could I have known Uendo would do some time soba? Would do time soba.
Hey, speaking of time soba, I just thought of something funny.
Oh goody, I can't wait.
Okay, here it is. In time soba, why didn't Mon number 9 get counted? Come on, do you know, Simon?
How should I know?
Because 7, 8, 9. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Roll on the floor laughing low. That I should have known. Come on, let's go get soba or something and go home.
Your treat?
I'll treat you to 50% of the tab, and don't forget, you still owe me for the manju.
Really, Simon? It wouldn't hurt for you to pay for me every once in a while, you know.
Quit squawking and start walking, Athena.
Squawking like a bird? Hey, wait for me. I may still have a ways to go as a lawyer, but just like Mr. Wright, Apollo, and Simon before me, I'm gonna get there someday.
And this is the last thing I do all game.
After all, I've inherited their passion for our courts and the law. Je peux le faire. I can do this. I hope I pronounced that right.
Good enough.
Eat.
And so that was a thing.
Yep,
Did that just exist as like a stopgap?
pretty much.
Turnabout Revolution. Oh no.
Yeah.
It's also called after the longest level in Battletoads. Actually, it's not that long in Battletoads. Final
Okay.
level of Battletoads, though.
We're watching the cutscene. Yeah.
I guess we can see what the intro looks like, unless you really want to go to bed.
I mean, we're already watching it.
Rafa?
It's time for a revolution!
That's far enough.
Who's there?
It is I, the Plumed Punisher, warrior of Neo Twilight Realm.
Good people of Kurain, we can't allow things to go on like this.
Oh shit, it's the guy who wants
The
us to look at the
Defense
Dragonator.
Culpability Act has done nothing but produce countless victims of wrongful convictions.
Also, it's Sojiro.
The time to act is now, for we, the Defiant Dragons, have obtained the ultimate weapon, the Founder's Orb. And to the
Or is it not
Garenian
Sojiro?
regime, make no mistake about it.
It's kind of like
I
it.
will personally dethrone you. A dragon never yields, nor will he rest until his revolution is complete.
Wow, that
You know,
was
let's actually. There's a thing that would be really fun to end on. A little edgy cliffhanger.
This concludes our recent report on the television hijacking incident in Korean. But really, who could have anticipated such a surprising turn of events?
Did you hear that, Polly? Someone hijacked the airwaves over there. It's like something out of a movie. Paulo?
Yeah. Dirk, what are you up to this time?
Wait a second. Do you know the TV hijacker or something, Apollo?
You could say that, but it was a long time ago.
And why do you know someone like that? I mean, they're calling him an insurgent.
Well, yeah, about that.
Hey now, is that any way to talk about the man who raised you?
Huh?
Next time.
Wait a minute! Hey
On
there,
Dear
Apollo.
Justice.
Long time no see. How you been, son?
I'll be doing his voice for reasons, but
Okay. It is I, son. Long time no fucking
I love,
see.
I love that he just fucking shows up in Japanifornia, the fucking agency.
Dad, I thought you were fighting for an insurgency. What the fuck
No,
are you doing
I'm-
here? How'd you
I'm
even know I was here? I could smell you.
This
Oh,
is
okay.
the beginning of maybe one of my favorite chapters in the franchise. So
This'll be fun, I think.
mm-hmm.
But we will have to see that next time. Bye
Yeah,
bye.
and real quick, I'm gonna see if I can't find out who that voice actor is.
He's the guy who does the Dragonator voice.
Oh, I see.
That's what I mostly know him from, but he has also done other things. He's a very familiar voice actor. He is known for his ability to shout very loudly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, I can't even find the IMDb page, but I'll take your words on that one. Oh, apparently Emma Sky was done by Erica Lindbeck. Anyways, I gotta head off because it's
Late.
2:40 in the morning.
Yeah.
But I'll see you later. Maybe we do some tomorrow if you want. Maybe not.
Maybe. Thanks for hanging around.